Where's Balzinga?
I do not know.
Well, then we're gonna harass him.
Oh yeah, he died again. It'll just take a couple of episodes.
The man who's always like, people need to show up on time so I can get the cameras correct, is not on time.
I see that you did the site thing, the thing to help us see our
Yep,
tokens.
yep.
Did you purposefully choose our favorite colors, or was that just by chance?
Well, I
Yes,
asked your
you did.
brother, and then I asked him
Okay.
about Mitch, and then I forgot that we were gonna play a joke on Mitch, and I ended up giving Mitch a black one. So my bad.
Oh hey, you did make it our favorite colors.
My goal was
Okay,
to make
well,
yours
I
a terrible
specifically
color.
chose a medium blue for you just to piss you off.
How? Wait,
Because
when did I
what?
tell you that?
So remember when my Discord status was 3 is a different shade of 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what you
Yeah.
said is you said, I have to disagree with
Oh.
your status. 2 is a medium blue, sort of between a royal blue and cerulean.
Gross. Yeah.
3 on the other hand is green.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
I remember you specifically saying that you don't like even numbers.
No, because they tend to be really gross colors, except 14.
Exactly. Wait, 14 is different.
Yeah, 14's different. It's like a metallic rose pink. It's really nice.
Yeah, well, what you said is you said,
Okay. For those who don't understand, I have synesthesia.
synesthesia things
I
are.
was gonna say that sounds familiar. I was trying to remember the name for that.
Yeah, but I also
Yeah.
have
Nate, text the
aphantasia, so I
bitch.
don't actually see these colors. It's
I
just
did.
like I instinctually know that they are these colors.
Which is weird.
Yeah, it's really,
Really
weird.
weird.
Says he's
You
online.
don't
He'll
see
be
things
here in
that
a minute.
aren't there, but you do know they're there.
Yeah, pretty much. Basically, if I have to like imagine things, like most people can just see it in their mind, I have to piece together memories of things that I already have, like a collage. So, like, if you said imagine a blue squirrel, I would have to draw from my memories of what a squirrel looks like and memories of people with blue hair and sort
So
of
if
mix
I
that
said
together.
imagine having blue balls, you'd have to first figure out the balls and then the.
Yeah, I mean, that would kind
Avatar
of be
might be
hard.
able to fix that.
That'd be a little hard to imagine.
All right, 4 minutes before we get started. I'm trying to find something so I can put it in. Damn it, I don't remember where the fuck I put it. There it is.
There we go. Okay, that's better. Except now everything's blue, which I don't like.
Join the server. Not this server. I joined a writing server.
Oh, Frostpunk?
Greetings from the Buffalo Wild Wings associate platform. I'm here to tell you about. I just realized he's got. Is that fur or is that a giant fucking dick?
What?
He's got like fur hanging down.
Oh yeah, isn't that their like little tufts? They have tufts of fur in random places.
Yeah, let's do a quick test roll to make sure everything's here. All right. We're just waiting on
So
Bazinga and
you said
JD.
the triangles are some kind of sight thing?
Just to
Or
make
what's
it
up with
easier
that?
for you to see each other. Dimes is here. What's up, Dimes?
Because like 3 of us have gray trench coats on.
Didn't hear it all, Dimes. No, because your token actually just disappears on some of the maps.
Oh.
Nick was like, I can't fucking find Val for the life of me. So I was like, all right.
Is it gonna be hard to see my triangle on backgrounds?
I don't know, dude. I didn't think I had that far ahead.
You got a bunch of cats. Look.
I mean,
Your token's not that hard to
Ravens-
see, Michael. You got the.
There's
Ravens-
Bazinga. Now I can fix my
Icon-
fucking cameras.
Icon.
Raven's icon is literally the same color as his hat. Yeah,
the
Val's
top right.
character.
That's me.
Oh.
Yeah,
oh.
no, you obviously just made my icon the same as my character. For the record, my favorite colors are blue and green.
Can we get his changed to green? Because I feel like that's just gonna blend in again.
It's like quite literally the same color as his hat.
Yeah,
We
you already
could,
got
but
my
I'm not
favorite
going to do it
color.
right this minute. I will get it fixed next time.
Okay. No pressure.
I mean, we're not going to be in a combat this session, hopefully. Like, there may be something that starts at the very end. But, Bazaya, can you adjust your camera a little bit so we can see your jaw?
What's today's date?
Like, just down some.
The 10th?
10th. Thank you.
There you go. We got you. All right, is
I don't
everybody
think he
here,
adjusted
ladies?
the camera. I think he just leaned backwards.
No, I moved it.
I don't care that much. That's the thing. It's not that important to me that Bazinga's entire face is displayed. All right, let me get my...
Nick. Which one's Nick?
I got us
What are you
some
trying to find out?
appropriate... I got us some appropriate
I'm just
war
trying
music.
to remember who the characters and their personalities.
I'm right here.
Okay.
Now imagine me trying to remember these characters' personalities as a DM, right?
Is it bad I don't remember my character's personality?
That's fine. I'm going to
It's-
start up, and we'll go as we go. All right?
It's dark humor. That's your personality.
I mean, you did
Neg
have
Little
Yeah.
Salesman.
Yeah, actually.
Just picture
Okay.
Mitchell Rose, but not an alcoholic yet.
I mean,
Ah.
that's just Michael's personality,
No.
isn't it? Dark humor.
All right, ladies,
Hello.
we're
You know,
starting
I don't
up.
mean that in a bad way. I
Sure.
mean that in a good way.
Shall we begin?
Shut up for a minute. All right, JD, can we say something so I can see if we can hear you? Don't know what's going on with JD. But he's here anyway. All right. So when we last left off, people, welcome back to another exciting session of Wild Arms First Strike. The group had decided to work with Irving on his little project to a degree. He had yet to describe exactly what they're going to be doing when we last left off. I don't really remember everything because it's been like 3 weeks, so we're just going to go right into it. And we're going to assume you guys agreed to help him out on his jobs. So, Irving, who is no longer a bird, sitting right here, leans forward to the table and he says, now that we've got that clear, guys, I'd like to introduce you to the situation at hand. And he puts his hand out over the table and you see this like little bracelet kind of dangle down from his hand. And then you see like lightning travel up his shoulder, like down his shoulder to the bracelet and shoot down into the table. And then the table starts to light up a little bit. And he says, if you direct your attentions to the right, and if you look over here where I'm dragging Nate, you'll see this giant crystal like eyeball looking thing.
Yeah, it looks very, very thin from a top-down view, but I think I see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I was guessing that was a mirror of some sort.
Yeah. He goes,
I know that guy.
he goes, using this ancient tech, this glass crystal like visiphone, as they call it, because I forgot the name of it. A picture of this man shows up. And he says, this is my friend, Williams. He's the smartest man I know, and he knows everything there is to know about the archaeology of this world. He's been with me good 20, 30 years working on our projects. Right, let me turn my music on, because that's what I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to RP what's going on, but also remember what I forgot that I was supposed to have on. There we go. A little debriefing, briefing music. Well, my friend Williams is in a little bit of a jam. He got himself drunk, put a bet down on some horse racing, and offended a local magistrate. and was arrested and dragged to High Noon Prison. Now, for those of you who are not around this area, High Noon Prison is a terrible place. There are people in there, there are more people in there that shouldn't be in there than actual criminals. Lords from all around the world and rich people, gangs, crime, whatever you call it, will spend money to get people that offended them thrown into High Noon Prison, and they'll be tortured and then removed whenever. And I worry that he's going to be tortured since he pissed off a local lord. I need someone to go into High Noon Prison, and I need you guys to get him out, or else we can't move forward with what I have planned, as he is the only person who knows where all these runes that we need to assault and search are. Any questions?
All right, rooms to assault.
As in, like, places he needs to check out as he
Like
continues.
temples around the world.
Yeah, for a refresher, Irving needs to he's trying to find the Guardians, what's left of them, so that he can figure out how to bring back the world tree, Yggdrasil, which will stop the planet from rotting and hopefully revitalize it and have it, reverse the effects. And Williams is basically his researcher and archaeologist who is doing all the searching for him. But they can't move forward if Williams is being tortured in a prison somewhere. So if no one has any questions about that, he will move on. But
I do.
what's up?
So, I mean, we can get him out, that's for sure. But, what happens if we get caught and we're in there?
Well, that's up to you guys. You guys are gonna have to decide how far you're willing to go. If you want to fight your way out, you break out. But he's like, I will cover that in a second. Let me move on to the next step of this briefing, and you'll understand what I mean. And he shakes his hand again. The image changes. This is High Noon Town, situated southwest of here, near the Sand Ocean shore. High Noon Prison is on an island about 2 miles, or say about 2 hours sail out from High Noon Prison. So in order for you to get into the prison, you'll need to find a way to get on a boat and to gain entrance at the prison. There are 2 ferries that run, one in the morning, one in the evening. And then that's it for the entire day. So you get one in the morning, and then the whole day is no way on the island, no way off the island, and then one at night. And he moves his hand again. This is High Noon Prison. This is the best info we have, as none of our men have been into the prison. What I can tell you is that there are roughly 20 to 30 guards. Most of them are not veterans, are incredibly kind of like just drunks, because the prison itself is run by lazy people, with the exception of the warden, who's a sadist and likes to injure and torture people. He does have some veterans that work for him. Most of the time, his veterans are guarding the front gate. There's anywhere between 3 to 6 of them on the front gate at any one time, along with a Gatling gun and spotter lights. So sneaking up is incredibly difficult. Then he shakes his hand again, brings it back around to the town. My sources tell me that the best way to get on the island is to either steal a boat and assault the front gates, try to sneak in. But my personal favorite is you guys finding a way to obtain a pass. They essentially give out passes to everybody who wishes to sell prisoners to the prison, and these passes allow them to get on boats and bring their prisoners to the island, and then exchange them for money and leave their prisoners there and get back. Any questions?
So, are you suggesting that some of us portray prisoners?
It is, well, I don't know why you would portray when you could portray.
Portray.
I'm just fucking with you, Nate. He's like, it's entirely up to you. I'm just giving you the details. I don't know all the stuff myself. In fact, the first step of your job will be to go to High Noon Town and speak to Father Ted at the local church. He's kind of like an inside guy. He can give you more information. I'm just telling you what I know, and that is they don't let people in the prison without a pass. And unless you find a way to get a pass to visit the warden, one of the only other ways to get a pass would be to be selling prisoners or steal one. But at the end of the day, if you wanted to get past the front gates like that, you would have to prove that you're there for a purpose. They wouldn't just let you in to tour the prison.
Interesting. Interesting indeed.
The guy who talks to no one immediately jumps to talking when this starts.
Well, the way I see it, we're gonna need a contingency plan, no matter which way we go about it.
At that point,
Sure.
Irvin kind of goes, yes. But that is a good point, but good news for you. Rumor has it there is an escape tunnel in the tower that leads out the back, but we don't know where it is, so getting in from that way is impossible. But I figure when you get inside, you'll be able to find some information to get out. So at the very least, your escape should be relatively simple.
Relative being a very loose term, correct?
Well, you're gonna have to figure out someone's you're gonna have to convince someone to tell you where this is, or find it.
Yes.
I just know that rumors say it's within the tower, and the warden has it there specifically so he can escape if need be to a boat he has on his own docks at the back of the island. Like I said, this man tortures and murders people for fun. So he's gonna want a way out if it ever comes collapsing down.
So you don't know, but is there regularly prisoners going in and back and forth to this prison to this island?
Not exactly regularly, he says. More like bounty hunters from all over will bring prisoners here because he pays well to have them because he likes to torture people. And people from all over the world know of High Noon Prison. So if a magistrate in like Gilead does not like a particular prisoner and he wants them messed with pretty bad, he'll hire a bounty hunter to drag them here and sell them off. So there's generally a good flow of people coming in, but when it comes to regular prisoners, it's not as often because if the prisoner hasn't offended a high-ranking or rich person, then the prisoner will get a normal, fair trial in High Noon, unless they have a value to these rich people. And if they do, they'll either be shipped to the island or they'll be killed in High Noon, hung from the gallows for sport.
Do we know how heavily guarded these ships are?
That would depend on the ship. Most people, it's mainly just a ferry. But if you were to follow a group that had like a big bounty hunter group, then obviously there's going to be a lot of bounty hunters. The ship itself, probably just a ferryman, as the guards are stationed around the prison and the town.
So, hey gang, so here's the plan, if we want to do it. Is everybody ready?
I've got an idea to add if you don't mind.
Okay, well, so this is the idea.
And then he just keeps going.
Fuck
Anyway.
your idea, dude.
Well, no, you can add to it. I don't mind, but I've already started speaking my piece. Anyway, so if we get over there, if there's a small group, wait for a small group to go onto the ship, bringing prisoners. We take out the person, the bounty hunter that is bringing the prisoners. We pose as him because he already has certification to get onto the ship. We get one of us onto the ship, or two. The one or two get onto the ship. They take out the guards that are already there. They now pose as those guards with the security clearance to get across to the island and let everybody else back on the ship. And once we get onto the ship, we can get across, get onto the island, let everybody out. Other ones sneak on while the ones that have the certification go straight into the prison.
Urban kind of leans forward. It's like,
How long are we willing to wait for this?
During all this, wouldn't it be advantageous to have something to offer up if anyone asks what we're doing?
We're not doing anything. We're posing as someone else doing something else.
I'm just the dude playing another dude.
What I'm saying is, you can't be salesperson, bounty hunter, whatever, without some sort of goods to offer up.
No. We take out the bounty hunter that's going to be bringing prisoners on the ship because he's already got a certification to get those prisoners onto the ship and the card to get across to the prisoner. We take him out. We take his prisoners and we pose as him.
We're robbing a bounty hunter of their bounty
Yeah.
person.
I mean,
And
wouldn't
Urban's
it
like,
just
but
be
what if
easier?
his bounty doesn't want to go with you?
What if we avoid all of this by just offering up our own bounty instead?
Interesting, Urban says, and kind of looks over at you.
I have a question.
Take it up with the group.
Are we able to negotiate with the magistrate?
Urban's like, that you would have to talk to Ted to get more details, but I've heard that the magistrate of High Noon, which is not the one the guy offended, is very easily corruptible. Perhaps you could pay him off to get a pass. Like, keep in mind, this place is all run by Den of Thieves types of people. They don't care about each other at all. They're just making money.
Right.
So
I'm thinking more of the fact that we give him something and he drops the charges or the punishment or whatever for that specific.
Oh, you mean like
well, the
prisoner exchange?
Yeah, it's sort of.
I was about to propose
Wow.
that.
What I would say to you on that is that the magistrate that guy offended paid very dearly to have him imprisoned and tortured. The bet, and because even though they're a den of thieves, I would suspect that the magistrate, from a DM perspective, I'd have to roll for it, but the magistrate that took the money to have him arrested, the one that runs High Noon, wouldn't be willing to go, I'm gonna free him for no reason, but being, I'm gonna turn a blind eye and let you do whatever you want for pay is a different story, if you get what I mean.
Yeah,
It
I
sounds like
understand.
the warden wouldn't be the kind of person who would let go of one of their prisoners either.
No. But paying off and maneuvering other people to get into the prison, that would be more logical and easy. But and Irvin's like, Father Ted will have more details on that as he is on the ground at High Noon Town and he sees everything. Like, just from a DM perspective, you might want to come up with a plan, but to solidify it, you might want to wait till you talk to Ted, because you might get information about other people in town who have a pass that you might be able to jump and take, or what it would take to pay the magistrate to let you go board a ship and go over there and do what you have to. You know what I mean?
If I might share a modicum of an idea.
Irvin's like, continue, young man.
Well, from my experience, I've found that a lot of these law enforcement types will absolutely jump at the chance to get rid of any wanted man that's been making himself out to be a nuisance.
Agreed.
You get a personal vendetta against the mosquito that's been biting you all day long, after all. I just so happen to bear a striking resemblance to one of those mosquitoes myself. Bit of makeup, and I think we might already fulfill a bounty.
Oh, I like where this
Okay,
is
just
going.
out of character, I have to ask this real quick. When you say a bit of makeup, do you mean just making yourself look alive instead of dead?
Yeah.
I like where this is going. Yeah, that is an idea.
So, if y'all want to add that into your plan of attack, it might be easier than trying to haggle for a pass or jump someone for it.
Yeah, this ain't Dragon Quest. You don't just kill your way through everything.
So, someone
Plus-
they could be compelled.
And besides, the threat of murdering doesn't really affect me none.
I'm not sure I follow.
Well, we're going to make him a zero. He's gonna be a prisoner.
We're gonna pretend that we've arrived to turn in our friend here.
And Irving kind of leaned forward and goes, you know, his idea is pretty good. Because if I knew he looked somewhat familiar, but I couldn't quite place it. And if he's saying he can look like a certain bounty it would take a lot more than just you guys to bring him in. So it's believable that a group of 6 people is dragging just one prisoner in.
I don't know about that.
Oh, dude, they call him the Death Wind for a reason, if that's who you're referring, and he looks over at you.
Sorry, one sec.
What's that?
Yes. I needed a second. Yes, sir. That is exactly who I'm referring to.
Oh, your name was Zahn, right?
Yes, my name is Zahn.
Let me tell you right now, Zahn, if the Death Wind was to show up in this building right now and attack all of us, maybe if Jeeves got here in time to help us, we'd be able to get away with half of us dead, but there ain't no way we're killing him. So the idea that it took an entire group just to keep him in cuffs and covered, you guys are going to have to act tougher than you are, but it's believable that an entire group has to bring but one person in.
Okay, but how are we gonna get him back?
Well,
That's where we have to escape with one other prisoner anyway, so we better come up with a way to get both of them out.
I would say to you,
We need a boat.
as a DM, I fucked this part up. So you understand, when you drop the prisoners off, you'll be led into the prison and escorted over to the office where they'll process the prisoner and give you your money. And because there's only boats in and out, as I said before, if you were to time to come on the second boat and be there at 5, you'd have to stay overnight, which they have accommodations for. So you're basically buying yourself a way in with this prisoner and then a night to do what you need to do if you time your infiltration correctly.
So, what about if we grab a boat and leave in the middle of the night?
Well, you know,
That would
lunchtime is a very effective way to start a riot, and it does come between morning and evening.
dinner time too, as the second ferry will show up before dinner. Might even show up around the time of dinner.
Sounds perfect.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm so mad because I was supposed to put this on the table and I forgot to do it. For the magic. You guys got a good basis for a sound plan. I would suggest talking to Father Ted and High Noon to work out the basics of how to get a pass. And maybe other information about the secret exit or whatnot, depending on what Father Ted has uncovered. But I think I'm much more confident about what you guys are planning now than I was when I first thought about
Hey,
it.
so do you have a boat lying around?
That I do not.
Oh, well.
As the only docks in this area are high noon. And they also don't, the actual Sandsea docks don't run anymore. We get our stuff shipped in from the Powder Keg region to the east, to the west. The Sandsea is a very terrifying place, he adds. Not many ships travel it much anymore. Especially with Ukala running wild all over.
Ukala?
If you guys have lived in this world, so if you guys want to make history checks on Ukala, go ahead. And if you hit a high enough mark, I'll tell you that you've heard of it and explain what it is.
Is that history?
Yep. Motherfucker.
Unlikely that
Motherfucker.
Destin would have actually heard of this, but You know what? Maybe let's just see. Yeah, probably not.
So Jarek
Ah,
and Raven. Was there anybody else?
not fair.
JD.
I mean, Destin may have heard the name, but not known anything else about it.
Yeah, you've learned a little bit. He goes. So Jarek and Raven, you both know, Ukala is kind of like a legend that people don't really believe in the normal world, known as Ukala the World Worm. It's a massive sandworm that lives in the Sand Sea, along with, because there's all sorts of creatures out there. So Irvin goes on and explains that the Sand Sea is a very treacherous place. Lots of powerful creatures, sand sharks, sand octopus, just monsters that you don't want to mess with. And one in particular known as Ukala, the world worm. It's a massive worm that they don't even know exactly how long or big it is. But it's big enough to literally destroy ships and swallow ships whole. And it has been known to destroy entire docks if it gets struck with the mood to do so. So ships travel there at their own risk, but they've traveled a lot less as of late because he's been more active in the recent years.
Yet the ferry to the High Noon prison is functioning without interruptions.
Well, the ferry to High Noon, like the way I can bring up the world map, and let me bring up the regular map so you can see. Okay. Go ahead. I believe it's set up so that you don't need to have any like tokens on here. Can you all see the map?
I can see it.
All right. So down in the corner over here, you see how there's like these whirlpools and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
That's just my indication for outer sea. This inner area of the Sand Sea is kind of like small rivers or just lakes. It's not where he goes because he's so massive he can't fit in these areas here. So ships will sail around in the lower part areas, but not in the outer sea area, the bigger section.
All right.
So basically the prison is right here where the 6 is, so it's a small little like inlet where he doesn't tend to go. It's also why a lot of the inner sea isn't explored, as Irvin goes on to explain that like certain areas in that giant sand sea nobody goes near because no ship has ever gone in and come back without being destroyed by Ukala. Almost like it's guarding an area of the sea. Which is also why people don't know how big it is, because how does it always seem to know where they are? Alright, going back to the meeting room. He says, "Are there any other questions, my boys?" Yes. Alright, well, with that then,
How will we know Father Irving? Or Father Ted?
He'll be at the church. He's expecting word from me.
Okay.
If you look at the map that's sitting right there, the church is over in the corner over here to the left, underneath, like, you see where the wall is? Where you are, if you go over to here, it's like this area. The church is around there. And then there's like a general store over here, the warden's office, a bar and tavern, and there's another spot around here. I don't remember it all. So Irving kind of stands up, gets his cane, pushes his chair back. Boys, I have rooms prepared for you, and if food is being made and prepared in the dining hall, also known as my ballroom. Feel free to travel there. Jarvis, God, I keep forgetting who Jeeves will take care of you. Tomorrow morning, you'll be supplied with a small supply pack, food, water, rations and such, and a healing potion each. But my leg is aching something fierce. I have to have it drained. If you excuse me. And he gets up and starts hobbling his way over towards the doors as like the screen
I think
shuts
to
off.
mention, I think at the mention of needing to have it drained, Destin kind of glances up at Zahn for just a moment. Like, it's just a quick glance, almost imperceptible, but it happens.
You're terrible. You're absolutely terrible, Alex. As if Nate's like Zahn's like, I could go for some flavored pus today or something. What
right.
the fuck?
Yeah.
Gross.
All right. Is there anything else you guys wish to do before we kick you down to the bar area where you can mingle and do?
Just hearing the word drained in that context makes Destin think of what he's seen from Zahn.
Destin gives a little. It's like a little shudder. Is there anything else you guys want to do in here before I send you down to the ballroom?
No.
I think Destin just had like a notebook open and was like writing down some stuff as he I was taking note of just some of the discussion that was happening.
Well, let's take a look and see if that's true, shall we? Let's go take a look at the player notes and see if you wrote anything down.
I did not.
Oh. Well. Shit.
You did.
Good. All right. So you guys get up. You start heading out the door, and you see Jeeves there. Good day, sirs. Please follow me. And he leads you out into the castle view. And he just kind of starts rambling on. It's like, Valeria Castle. Been in the family for generations. As you can see, we've converted the walls, and we've actually used magic to cut off some of the cliff sides to make them sharper and harder to assault. As you guys move down, you guys can see the castle map, right?
Yes.
Right. So as he moves down towards the ballroom, right this way, and he leads you to the front gates. It brings you into the ballroom.
Is this
area.
Gondor?
No, Condor is way cooler. Dude, we almost did a Lord of the Rings, but Nick apparently doesn't like Lord of the Rings.
What?
I've
Blasphemy.
seen it, so
Blasphemy.
Yeah.
How does
I'm
one
sorry.
actively dislike Lord of the Rings?
I don't dislike it.
No.
I've just never
No,
seen
I
it.
was
Oh,
saying
Nick.
I don't actively dislike it. I just don't know much about it. I
You
didn't,
inactively dislike it.
it's like I tried reading it and it just wasn't my kind of thing. So
See, I can't read books.
All right.
Well, there's like 6 movies.
6 movies. Well, there's 3 movies, and then there's the Hobbit movies.
And
Okay.
I've tried to sit for that
My
long.
God.
I can sit for like maybe 45 minutes tops before I need to start walking around.
I like to point out the Hobbit movies are nowhere near as bad as that TV series, but let's move on. Except for the fact that they ruined the end of the Hobbit because nobody is supposed to see him die. Like Frodo is supposed to wake up.
no.
Well, they see him die, but Frodo's supposed to wake up and go into the tent where he's dying and then have a
Yes.
conversation with him. He's not supposed to
Yes.
witness his death there. They cut that whole scene was ruined because it took the drama of Frodo waking up and panicking, trying to figure out if he's alive or dead. Not Frodo, Bilbo.
Bilbo, yeah.
Panicking about is his friend dead, and then stumbling into the tent to find all the dwarves crying and watching their king die. And I'm like, you don't know how to write. You ruin shit. But anyway, so you guys enter into the ballroom. Let me get Jeeves real quick. I know he's on here somewhere. At least he's supposed to be. NPCs of Little Rock. There we go. Uh-oh. Maybe I don't have Jeeves on here. Your good old guild DM has fucked up once again. Always forgetting at least one thing every single session.
Maybe next time.
I have hopes, dude. I truly do. So this is what I'll do instead. I will do that.
Oh.
So everybody
was a
can
big
see
Jeeves.
him.
Hello, Jeeves.
It's a big
Now a
Jeeves.
dating simulator.
And we'll just
I'm
leave it like
scared.
that for a second. He brings you in. He's like, "Sirs, step this way." As you guys step into the, let's just get some music playing. Into the ballroom / eating room and all that. Food will be prepared and on its way in a little while. There's a jukebox over there and a piano. And if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask. As he goes over and like walks off to the back room as if he's going to get food and stuff for you.
He's nice.
Jeeves is very nice.
Hey, what's your name? Zon. Do you eat normal food?
That's rude.
Hmm.
You don't just ask someone that.
Well, we're about to find out either way. So,
Well, he did decline a plate of food by the campfire.
just because he declined food doesn't mean he doesn't eat it when he isn't eating other things.
If I
decline
recall
food, but
correctly,
only 'cause
if Nate, correct me if I'm wrong, but Zahn did tell Destin that like he doesn't need to eat.
Yes.
Like he doesn't need to eat, right?
So I will reply to him. Anyway, sir, I don't ask you about your personal matters. I would respect that you do not ask me of mine. And go about
Hey,
your way.
fucker, do you eat?
Oh, the cleric being the dick. Go with it.
I mean, we're about to get into some shit. I gotta know if I need to worry about my limbs.
Why does that translate to that?
I mean, I don't know.
Why does not eating translate to you losing your limbs?
If you're not eating a plate of food, what are you eating, you know?
I eat nothing.
It's true.
Yeah, but aren't you?
So
bad?
there's
I want to take a
That's
look
besides
at
the point.
I want to take a look at Axel and see if he actually just doesn't know, or if he's just like pretending he didn't see what everyone else saw.
That would be an insight.
yes. Mhm.
That
Ooh.
is a 3. What is he trying to? Is that deception, like he's pretending not to, or is that like persuasion where he's pretending, or where he's actually like he doesn't know?
I would say that you can't tell if he doesn't know. Like, you don't
I
know
don't think
for
I'd
sure.
be able to with an insight anyway.
Yeah, you're just like, huh?
But I mean, there's always the possibility that he's even like that he rolls even worse if it's deception.
Well, you got to deal with this, Nate. He's asking you a fucking question.
Oh, I did. Okay.
No, I mean you snapped, but then he snapped back.
Yes. Well, Jade. Well, Leo snapped back.
That's not Leo.
Axel.
Oh,
Axel.
Axel. Sorry, Axel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Axel.
Yeah,
Put some
actually,
respect
I
on
was
my
like,
name.
I understand.
Listen to Leo. I forgot. Yeah. Okay.
42 names, but they're all the same name.
Oh my God. Yeah.
101 Leos.
If so, obviously, Zahn looks at him and be like, "You look like a man of knowledge. If you do not know what I require, I am not going to share it with you. There's a lot of things about this world you may not know. There's a lot of things among us right now. You probably have no clue what's going on. But that's not for me to tell you."
What a cocky
Well,
prick.
Well, I'd like to ask a question. Are we safe around you?
I
Oh
don't know.
boy, DM
You-
note, yes and no.
So
Wait,
I
hey,
figure
this is the DM
okay.
note, dude. Nate
Uh-oh.
can RP this after, but now I get the chance to explain it.
uh,
Character
okay.
feature: the hunger. The hunger inside you is at times tough to control, and you must feed it daily. Every morning, if you did not feed the day before, you must make a con saving throw. On his first day fail, he becomes irritated and has disadvantage on persuasion checks. Second day fail if he has not eaten. Same as the first, but also you will need to make checks. If you see blood on fail, you will lose it and want blood. All right. Third day, if he goes 3 days without feeding, regardless of whether he fails or not, the roll will only determine when in the day it happens. You go 3 days without feeding, you get no rolls, and you lose control if you see any blood or find yourself alone with a person. So you have to treat it like a werewolf. In this game, in D&D, werewolves, if they drop below like 30% of their max health, they lose control of themselves and start attacking people around them and have to be subdued.
ATM.
What I thought you said ATM.
ATM.
Like,
what?
yes,
No.
we're gonna have a blood bank
What?
that just gives Nate blood. What's up, dude?
That's maybe not a terrible idea, but
Blood bag.
will I know like what he is?
You could roll a history check to see if you understand what he is. Sure. I'll let
I
you do that.
generally don't understand. I think, but
From a character player perspective, he's playing a Dampier, which is a half human, half vampire, who doesn't kill to drink blood unless he has to, and he only does it to keep the power in check, because if he does it too much or not at all, he'll lose control and become a full-fledged vampire, which in my world are creatures that will bleed out anybody. I would say you have a rough understanding of what Dampier is. You've heard of them,
Okay.
but you don't know exactly what is Dampier to a degree, like everything about him.
so Zon, I don't really get it, but what you're telling me is that I can't trust you.
I didn't tell you anything. That's for you to decide.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
Can I do what I was gonna do?
Absolutely. Go ahead, dude.
So all I know is that we saw you sucking off that guy.
What? Wait
Yeah.
a second here.
So I cut my finger and flicked blood into the room, like a drop of blood. Towards
Nate,
him.
you have not had any issues with not getting blood, so you do not need to panic
Well, yeah, no, I know that. Yeah,
or stress.
yeah.
All
I was
right.
looking at him like, you seem to have cut your finger. You might want to take care of
I'm gonna have some fun with that blood thing, though. Give me a second.
that.
This is how I roll, dude. Go ahead and continue RPing while I'm doing this.
Could y'all not, like, tear yourselves apart in front of me? It's kind of gross, you know?
The
It's-
one huge
Ooh,
finger.
I think I hit an artery or something. Oops.
Just spray it all over the place. As Jeeves comes walking back out and walks right into it.
Can I put a tourniquet on his arm?
That's
You know, just cause.
so gross.
But
Man, it was my finger.
from
How
from
could
a
a dead guy worry about blood?
Yeah, well, dead blood is different than live blood.
That's true. From a player perspective, though, Nate isn't in a situation where he needs to panic. So from your character's perspective, right now you see that he can control it when he needs to be.
Yeah.
Nate's gonna have to come up with a reason why he drained those other two people on the spot right now, but he can control it. So go ahead and do that, Nate. As
Well,
you-
yeah, I already said. I looked at him and be like, I think you've cut your finger.
No,
Might
I
wanna
mean you
take care of
did that, but they want an explanation as if they can trust you or not. So you need to give them at least comfort in understanding that you are in control.
I don't think I think he's explicitly made the decision not to give us that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you don't give a fuck.
Yes, that's what I said. I said it's up to you guys to figure it out. I'm not going to tell you.
Okay, that's fine. Are you gonna like
I-
walk
but
off
I'm gonna-
or sit
but-
down or something?
No, but I am going to address because I see Jeeves coming in, and I address him because I didn't get to address him before he came in.
I'm fucking
And-
trying to find an icon for Jeeves.
Anyway, so I look at Jeeves and I'd be like, "Sir, if you don't mind, I have a different kind of palate. If you could possibly supply me with some red wine and the rarest cut of raw meat you could find."
Jeeves looks at you and goes, "But sir, I already have." And you see on the plate, he's got a plate with red wine and a very, very like fresh, blood red ham steak. Like
Oh no, you already
Is-
Can I-
got out. stuff. Oh, I hope you didn't go through the trouble.
What was that, JD?
Can I make an insight check to see if it's human?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What the fuck?
That's a good
Oh, my-
question.
I'm sorry, Jeeves is covering up my character.
Oh, you can close it. Top of the screen. Not full top, but this should be a thing that says dismiss.
It just says close, yeah. There you go.
It is not human meat. It is straight cow, just like not prepared. Like they
Okay.
just pulled it out of the fridge, didn't cook it, bringing it to him, because Jeeves is a very smart, very powerful person and knows exactly what you are. Zahn.
Yes.
Like the minute he saw you, he knew what you were.
Okay, noted.
He's not a rookie
Mhm.
like these guys.
Oh my.
Surely, I might have a slight request.
Absolutely. Seem like leaning forward. I'm trying to find fucking Christ.
Do you have any of them hot peppers?
Absolutely, we got hot peppers.
Could I have one? Just one.
In a minute. Is there anything else particular you guys want before I tell the cooks to start preparing your food for you? Chinchilla, perhaps?
Did you just say chinchilla?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, chinchilla's on the menu. Mm.
I am an
I want some
excellent
chinchilla
chinchilla cook.
tacos.
I am an
We're not going to
excellent-
get away from chinchillas, are we?
Never. You guys helped me kill that beloved game, and chinchillas returned.
It's out Dragon Quest.
No, that
No.
that was a cyberpunk game. I took them to a restaurant
Oh,
called
okay.
Chinchillas, and I put together a menu of chinchilla barbecue and shit.
That felt like an inside joke I didn't get.
Yeah, I apologize.
Randall literally bought everything on the menu and ate it all.
And then had a heart attack, which is why the campaign ended.
I think
The game
Asa
over.
got traumatized by that.
Dude, I really can't find him. Yeah, I guess I can't find where I put that picture. So if there's nothing else, you want one order of chinchilla, my good friend?
Yes, please.
And he kind of waves for you to go sit over here. You see there's tables all around. Feel free. I'm going to give you guys free movement. You can move your characters anywhere around here, so you can start conversations with anybody you'd like.
One more request, actually. Jeeves, do you have any desert lizard?
Absolutely. What kind of desert lizard would you like? We have
Thinking iguana on a stick.
iguana. We can get you barbecued iguana on a stick. No problem, my good sir.
Sounds good to me.
Then he looks over and he's like, my good friend, real quick, could I ask you, where'd you get the excellent craftsmanship, as he kind of looks down at your hand? That is advanced.
I'd rather not say. It's a bit of a sore subject.
Understandable.
Hearing that and seeing that and hearing the phrase good craftsmanship, Destin takes a glance over.
Ah, yes. My child, did you not notice? This is very intricate.
It really is.
Don't get any idea of silver scale.
Right, yes, that was another concern I was having about this group. What's this between you two? Generational feud, it sounds like?
Nothing as far as I'm aware.
Okay, so it's a one-sided.
Are
then.
you really that unobservant?
Yeah.
It's clear as day you're a silver scale. You know I'm a gold crest.
The hell do these words mean?
Yeah.
Listen,
I
I
don't know,
don't
they're not
have
even wor-
anything particularly against you, but I ain't trusting any silver scales. Not yet. You're gonna have to give me reason to trust you.
Keep going, guys. You guys. want to know why there's hatred.
I'm sorry, I'm really tired.
That's fine.
Same. I am trying to stay awake right
You,
now.
you
I
did
am
a good
getting
job
dead.
so far.
I'm trying to engage a little bit, but
Let's do this
there's
then.
only so much.
We're
Let's
both
do this.
sick. Like,
J-
we're
let's do
both
this.
very
Just
sick
Yeah.
right now.
You don't have to keep going, but end the conversation. Because you didn't end the conversation. I'm like, what's going on?
Is this like something I should know about? Like,
At that point, Jeeves says the
I
same.
You
think
know,
that's
living
just
around
kind of-
these parts, I'm surprised you folk haven't actually heard about the feud.
I think
There's
Destin
fighting in
kind
every
of just,
corner of the world.
I'm finding I haven't heard much about nothing that I should have been.
I think Destin kind of, like, as Jarek was talking about this, Destin kind of just looked at him, just shook his head a little bit, and just kind of walked off.
So
Over
there you
in
go.
this direction,
That's all you
probably.
got to do. So now it's ended. Okay. So we got a Jeeves. I swear I thought I made a token for Jeeves. He looks over at Jarek and goes, understand. The Silvertails and the Goldcrest have had many issues. Just don't let it get
Jarek kind
personal.
of smirks. Jarek kind of smirks when he hears
this
Jeeves
within-
miss
Is this
say.
within
the
is this
Silverscale
within
name.
earshot?
Dude, fuck you both. Silver Scale and Gold Crest. I apologize for getting the names wrong, my friend.
No, I
Just-
actually like that. I like it when simple mistakes like that happen because it looks like it's coming from a character.
I'll be
The only one.
simple and blunt with you. My boss has dedicated his life to stopping this. Just don't let it get in the way of the job.
Listen, I don't have anything personal against him. I got my own way. I'm pretty distant from my family. It's clear he is if he's actually out here exploring because they never leave. But I don't know. I just don't trust him yet.
You're
He'll have to
hearing
work
that,
extra
Destin
hard.
kind
I
of
don't
just
really
like
trust any of you, honestly.
as Jarek says that none of them ever leave. Destin kind of does this thing where he kind of like tilts his head from side to side, like contemplating it, and kind of just shrugs and like kind of nods a little bit, like yeah, checks out.
Am I the only one who don't know a lick about nothing?
Jeeves, like, my boy, a lot of people don't know anything about anything. Don't type anything in chat. If you have to leave, just go, because it's causing my camera map to move, and then I'm forgetting about it, so they didn't see anything for like 10 minutes.
Oh shit.
All right, if Jeeves says, boy, you got a whole lot to learn. You all very young. In fact, the only one here that seems to really know a lot about this world are the two over there drinking by themselves right now. I would suggest talking to them. They might teach you a few things as he starts to walk off. And let me go get your food.
Yeah,
Takes
well,
off.
unfortunately, I don't think I'm getting any older.
And I sure as heck ain't getting any younger.
Nah, I'm just kind of.
Well, I ain't getting any wiser talking to you people.
Oh damn.
Oh, sorry.
Do you hear like, sugar, you want a drink? Is some woman over by the bar. It's like, I think you guys all need a drink and calm down. If you don't get yourselves together, you'll never make it out of life alive. And then she kind of looks over at Mitch and just kind of winks.
Wait, me?
Yeah. Because she said you're
relate.
never going to get out of life alive, and then looks at you. Because you're dead.
Yeah, I know. She kind of like. Wow.
A few minutes later, Jeeves comes walking back out. Walks over towards you. Puts a plate of chinchilla wraps down. Here you go. Mind if I ask you a question, Law Dog? Let's talk. Oh, Bazinga left, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he walks over
So-
to you. Go ahead.
He's making his way around the room towards Sheriff Malcolm.
Yeah, he's dropping stuff off. He drops a couple of things off at you two, which I'm going to move you two over here and put you at the table, I guess, since you're sitting together and you were standing together.
Sounds good.
And walk his way over here. He's gonna hand JD a stiff drink. So here you go, old man.
Have I ever had alcohol before?
I don't know. That's up to you. He just
Have
gave
you?
it to you because you seem to be wiry.
I take a sniff of it, unsure of what this concoction is. Oh yeah, and I say thank you.
No problem,
Kane's gonna
good sir.
kinda-
So as he comes over to Destin's table, Destin is just like sitting there writing a letter,
He's gonna walk up and
just a full-on letter.
puts like a plate down with some cheese and stuff on it. Leans over and goes, "He'll come around."
Hmm?
I don't sense any actual malice towards you. I know the clans in that area
What?
do not get along, but
What?
he's talking about Jarek.
No, I know that he is. This is
Oh,
in
okay.
character.
Oh, okay.
Destin is completely taken aback by this interaction.
Jarvis is, I mean,
Just
he's very,
Jeeves.
very, I get a mix. Jeeves is very, very insightful.
Yeah, if he would also he might be able to notice that Destin is just he's not dwelling on that whatsoever. Like it's just not even on his mind.
Yeah, I think he notices that,
So
but he's also just like, he's been a butler for so long here, and he likes to just help out the young, so he just throws that tidbit at you as he walks away. Kind of like a parting gift of encouragement.
yeah, Destin didn't even realize when the plate went down, but when Jeeves said something, he looked up and like kind of confused, and as he walked away, Destin like kind of absentmindedly began snacking on what was there as he continues to write his letter.
He's gonna walk past the brain dead guy over to this dude. How was the blood stake, sir? And he looks directly at you.
Fine. It is satisfying for now. Thank you.
And he gets ready to start walk away, and he looks over and goes, "You know, at one point you're gonna have to tell them what you are, or else fate will tell them for you. You act like you don't give a
Perhaps.
shit and you're distant, but I don't think you want these people dead on your hands." Starts walking away.
So I'm gonna have Kane rip off the top of the pepper he got and
Yeah.
just sort of squirt it on his tongue.
Okay.
And he sits there for a second and he sighs. This worked 3 months ago.
Now remember, Val, you see this shit. Because you're right there.
Right.
Kane over there casually enjoying the spice of life.
Trying to enjoy the spice of life is what I think he's coming off as there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, you said you weren't getting any older, Kane, but that doesn't mean you don't get any wiser.
What do you mean?
Well, you, you're still spending time in this world. You're still gaining experience.
Yeah. Well,
How touchy are you on the subject of your existence?
I don't know.
Then I'll be straightforward with you. Do you celebrate your death day?
Absolutely not.
Death Day.
Maybe it would help you feel more help you feel older.
Yeah, you know what would help me feel older? Being
Mm.
alive and actually
Well,
getting older.
I'm just trying to suggest something within
Not having stupid
capabilities.
pieces of spicy fruit tell me that I have not very long for this earth left.
Do you think pepper's a fruit?
They
What do you
have
mean?
seeds.
Are you
Yeah.
joining them, Axel?
Oh, I don't yet. Sure, why not? I'm bored. And I'm drinking my drink. Whatever it's gonna
How-
do to me.
How loud did Raven say you think peppers are fruits?
I mean, he wouldn't be keeping quiet about it. So, if everyone
Would
else
it
is
have
being
been-
like, all alone and quiet, you probably would hear it.
Actually, I just realized Kane would not know that they're fruit. Shit.
Alex, do you want to emoji over there as you hear this?
Well, if hearing that, I think Destin kind of just makes an offhanded comment, like not even really thinking about it, just mentioning that fruit like just refers to the like the part of a plant that you can eat, like the part that grows that holds the seeds. It doesn't have anything to do with any nutrition whatsoever.
Right, but from a culinary point of view, fruit I at least associate more with dessert. Although I guess you do look like you're trying to have that pepper for dessert, so I guess for you it might be a fruit.
I'm trying to have the pepper so I can taste something.
So while you're saying that, you notice that Jeeves has walked up behind you, and he goes, "Here, why don't you go ahead and try a little bit of that?" And he drops the cayenne pepper on your hand and starts walking back.
And Kane rips it off the top and then squeezes it on his tongue.
Go ahead and roll
There's some-
Constitution saving
Oh.
throw, man. We'll see if you feel that, since you're basically trying to feel.
Constitution, you said?
Yep. You still feel literally nothing.
It's weird when the Constitution saving throw against a hot pepper is a success is that it's burning.
Yeah,
It's a
It's
Constitution
just-
saving throw against decay.
Kane should
Yeah.
should aim a swift, harsh kick to the table.
go ahead and give me a strength check to see if you break the table or you hurt your foot.
Strength. Ability check?
Yeah. The table does not move, and you're like, ah!
Fuck. Ah. Wait. That hurt.
Congratulations.
Still got
You have felt
something in
something.
me.
I'm gonna write that down. Now you're kicking tables every day to feel pain again.
Oh god, I don't wish to know how long it is before he starts putting toothpicks underneath his toenails and kicking the wall.
Ah! Do
Ouch.
not mention toe, you prick! Ah!
Gross.
Ow!
That hurts just thinking about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
That reminds me of a brand new song.
Wait, I thought you couldn't imagine things. How do you know that? How do you imagine pain?
It's just the visual.
Ah,
Yeah,
What,
I can still like imagine feelings.
what song does this remind you of, Axel?
But I don't remember the name of it now.
So I guess as you guys kind of drink and converse into the hours of the night, is there any other conversations you wish to have with each other?
Destin was writing this letter, and at some point it kind of got abandoned on a page, and he just started sketching and sketching something on another page. Just a design for something.
All right.
I'm gonna have Kane go over.
I'm gonna. Destin's just gonna. Not Destin. Jarek's gonna walk over the piano. And he's just gonna be like, "Never did try playing one of these things." And he's gonna try and play it.
Give me a performance check.
Please tell me you have like a terrible piano version of
Mm.
something.
I do not. So we're gonna hope he.
Here's
That's-
Wonderwall.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Let's go ahead and take a look at some music. What do I got here? Start lightening up the mood. Mitch, as you're walking over, you find yourself kind of like tapping your feet. As you arrive at Destin, go ahead and do what you're doing.
So, what you drawing?
Just something I could create later.
Well, that's pretty neat. You're a inventor type.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Creator. I'm a
Yeah,
creator
yeah,
myself.
Oh, I built a mech suit, too.
Mech suit.
Jeeves hands you another drink,
Uh,
Axel.
The armor I have. It's
Ah.
basically an exosuit. That Destin did construct himself, and it's yeah.
I don't know what that word means.
Well, you've seen my armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I built that.
That's mighty cool.
So, you said you're a creator too?
Yeah. I make my tonics.
Oh, so you're an alchemist.
Something like that, yeah. I don't know what that word means either. But I think you're right. You're pretty smart. You say smart things, so
You make potions and
yeah.
things like that.
Yeah.
So you're an alchemist.
Yeah, I make my tonics out of the snake oils and it keeps me from falling apart.
Okay, up until that very last part, Destin was 100% convinced that you were also an artificer of sorts. And he's a little confused by what you said there. And I think that shows, but he doesn't want to be insulting, so he doesn't say anything. But you could probably tell if you just took a look at his face that he was a little confused by like what you meant by that.
Oh, did I lose you there?
Uh,
Here, let me show you. He should pull up his sleeve.
Oh boy.
Just like a really bad stitch job, and then parts of his arm are just missing.
God damn, Zahn, I told
way-
you not to eat the other people.
What I've decided that this thing that Destin is sketching is just because I need something. It's probably some kind of vial thrower that doesn't actually probably will never see the light of day, but that's what he's kind of working on. It's some kind of thing to like launch a vial.
But how do you react to the missing pieces of arm?
It's like, how does Destin react to that? That's a good question.
I've stumped him.
I think he takes a look. He's kind of taken aback a bit, and then he just like kind of looks at it, and he's like, you you make potions that help with that?
Yeah, I mean, at least I think they do.
You don't have to stitch it yourself.
Well, I'd stitch it myself, but you know, I think it prevents it from getting worse. At least, I don't know. I've been kind of wondering if I've been drinking them this far, why I'm still losing stuff like my taste and feeling. I don't know.
Okay, so with Destin being like an armor smith, I think he'd probably have a little bit more experience with like actually stitching properly than you do, and I think Destin's going to offer to like teach you how to do it better.
You do that? Sure.
Um, but but I don't have a workshop right now, but
Oh,
I can show you when
yeah.
I have a space.
Great. Now I have
Yeah.
to build a flesh stitching ability.
Well, Destin is fully not intending to stitch actual flesh here. Like he's going to be demonstrating on like leather and whatnot, but basically to improve the quality of the stitching, because it's essentially the same thing.
Makes
Kind
perfect
of.
sense. Doesn't actually make any sense, but it makes perfect sense.
I'd be really grateful if you could help me with that.
At this point, while you guys are talking, Jeeves enters the center room and he's kind of claps his hands. Attention! Those of you who wish to continue eating and drinking shall, but your rooms are ready. If any of you wish to proceed and see your rooms, come with me. As he moves up to like the front gates.
Are you thinking about going, or
I was gonna stay out here and continue this for a bit.
okay? I'll stick around with you.
So here comes the part where that might not be the best idea. Destin's probably going to end up falling asleep while sketching this.
Okay.
So
Just imagine Kane just like sitting there, all like, "Yeah, this is normal."
God. Uh,
just casually like creating this schematic for like something that he could probably it's probably like a handheld vial cannon essentially.
I'll keep track of that for you.
Again, I'm not expecting this to actually be a design that
Oh, no,
necessarily
dude.
works or even
That-
or something that I'm even going to take the time to build, but it's something that he's thinking about
No, this
as
is
a
just,
possibility.
dude. This is something I've learned from Dragon Quest. My job is to take things you guys mention and build them in, and that's how you guys have more fun. The reason why it feels so slow right now is because I don't have anything to work off of. As you guys
Oh,
give
yeah.
me ideas, I will then build off those ideas, and in later sessions, it will grow. And that's why Dragon Quest works so well. It's all callbacks to stuff you've done, and now you feel like you're part of an actual world. So that's just something. So Jeeves is up there. Is anybody going with Jeeves?
Yeah, I think I'm tuckered out.
All right, you have drank like 3 drinks, and you're not sure what the fuck's going up. So you take
Yeah,
off.
I'm chilling.
Drop you off of here. Anybody else?
Raven's gonna sit back and start fiddling with his gun again, making sure it's all as clean kept as physically possible, and also keep an eye on everyone else, just observing them.
All right. And I guess Zahn, you're gonna continue eating the rotten meat. You're gonna continue playing
No,
the piano.
actually, I'm going to approach Jeeves and be like, "Are we allowed to stroll the grounds casually? I need some time to think."
Absolutely, sir. But I warn you, don't do anything stupid. I can be there quicker than you can draw your blade. And he steps aside. He steps
Okay.
aside and lets you walk out the door. All right,
Okay.
so do that with you. Jarek, are you staying here playing music?
Yeah.
You're staying too, Malcolm, Mitchell? Kane?
Yeah. Kane's just like, ah, I
and
made a new
Bazinga's
friend.
still out cold. All right, then Nate, you step out. We're gonna transfer everybody out to the castle grounds. Not the ride to Valeria because they made fun of my horsies, assholes. Make fun of my fucking horsies. I put a lot of work in those goddamn horsies.
Mm.
All right, you
It
step out
shows.
into the castle courtyard area. What are you doing?
Okay. I'm walking around looking kind of for a lookout area.
Let's see.
Look upon the land.
So as you walk your way out, you see a couple of guards. You head through the gates. Good day, sir. And you see off in the distance a tower-like structure. You climb up it eventually. You get a nice bird's eye view of the area.
Okay. All right. As I get out and look upon the, I guess landscape, my character pulls his blade out and stares at it and is like, "Master, I don't think I'm going to ever fulfill and find the rest of the sacred swords from our tribe, but we might be closer."
Yeah, I want you to roll a perception check.
A perception check.
Yeah.
Okay. Oop, I clicked on it twice.
Okay, so as you're looking at this blade, you've done this many times before, but something's different this time. For the first time, you notice it's a little brighter than usual. It's glowing a little bit. And
Hmm.
as a character from your past, you know that your master told you that these blades like to grow bright and brighter when they're near other blades. So although it's dim and you know that another blade isn't within the area, the immediate area, you do know that there is another blade within this region of the world or near this region for the first time, because for the first time this blade is glowing a little brighter than it's supposed to. With no light on it, it's glowing at the very base of the hilt.
The base of the hill, yeah.
And it kind of surprises you because you've never seen it glow before, which means you have at least come within a region of one of these other blades.
Hmm.
No indication where, but think of this like a flavor thing for later.
Okay.
So if you want to like RP anything with that.
Well, no, I'm gonna just kind of, my character glance at it and goes,
Never
Doesn't
seen that
really say
before.
anything. He just kind of thinks about it. And he puts the blade back and kind of looks back forward. He's like, okay. And he's like, this group, I'm not sure. They're new, except for one. One that's very different. We'll see. And then just starts to stroll back to the castle, whatever it is.
I like how Nate's character is literally monologue guy. All right, you heading up to your rooms?
Yes. Yeah.
So go ahead and delete you there. Let's add JD on here with a little. Where are you, Jeeves? Did I lose you again, Jeeves? I'm gonna be very mad. All right. Fuck it, whatever. So Jeeves leads you out of the ballroom and into the courtyard, and then wrapping around some stairs. I believe I have everybody on this map, and up into this area where there are rooms. You end up in this hallway. If you look at the picture, you'll see it. And it's like rooms everywhere. It's like Master Axel. If you come with me and he leads you down this hallway, I've prepared a very relaxing and quaint room for you. I think it fits your personality that I get a read off you. And he leads you into this calm room that has like a fountain with a waterfall, trickling water. and a little area that looks almost like it's designed specifically for meditating, and a bed. And he says, this room here was once the master's close friend, long since passed. The guy enjoyed meditation and calm, relaxing environments.
Do I look like a monk to you? Just kidding, man. Thank you.
Jeeves is like, not a monk, just someone who likes to contemplate his moves. As he turns and walks away from you, leaving you in this nice, empty room. Is there anything you wish to do in the room before you go to sleep? Because we're wrapping up this RP.
I mean, I'm probably in no state to do anything other than sleep, so no.
Yeah, you try to meditate, but the first time getting alcohol, you're just like, ugh, my mind and body are going in different directions. You just pass out. All right, so you crash down on the bed then, and we'll go back into the ballroom and wrap up what's going on with them. All right, back in the ballroom. It's getting late. Are you guys just chilling here, like drinking yourselves to sleep? Why is Bazinga dead?
Why is Bazinga dead? What is going on, Bazinga?
I'm here.
Okay.
Oh, your chinchilla showed up. It's a little cold now.
Oh,
It's
I
a
already
li-
ate it. I already ate it.
All right, so is anybody else doing anything else, or are we just going to wrap this up with you guys kind of falling asleep in the ballroom or drinking yourselves into a coma?
Question.
Yep.
Those little lights suggest candles on the table, right?
Yeah.
Kane should be sitting, just sort of like waving his fingers over it.
Okay.
Jarek will eventually just go to his room before he gets tired.
As Jarek, as you walk out into the courtyard, again, as if by magic, you see Jeeves there waiting for you. Ah, Master Jarek. If you'll come with me, good sir. And he leads you up around a hallway and brings you into a room. And in this room, you see a table. He's like, I took the liberty of leaving you a gun cleaning kit. You see a kit right there. And some extra bullets. You see some bullets sitting there. It's a simple hay bed. For someone as traveled as you, I think this fits perfectly to your nature. Have a good evening, as he turns and starts to walk away.
Gee, thanks.
Is there a problem with that, Nick?
Well, just because I'm used to it doesn't mean I don't like some luxury every now and then.
I apologize. I'm trying to hit the characters as best possible. He did give you a gun cleaning kit, though, for you to clean at the table.
Jarek's now thinking to like as soon as he sees the gun cleaning kit, he starts wondering whether or not Jeeves might be in league with Biltz.
Okay, so he's suspicious of
Yeah.
Jeeves for no other reason than he's just a good fucking
Wow.
butler. Anybody else, or else I'm killing him.
I'm not used to it.
In the main room.
It's
Yeah.
always just me.
Okay, apparently my microphone decided to stop recording. Like it was just Discord was not working.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't muted. But as Raven was like cleaning up his gun or like fixing it up and inspecting it, Destin is going to call over and ask him if he'd like me to take a look at it.
Sure. I'm perfectly capable of taking care of it myself, but you seem like someone like a skilled craftsman. I wonder what you might be able to make of it.
I think from a DM perspective, it's safe to say that he's asking because technically he wants to see the gun.
It's a mix of both, legitimately wanting to help and being curious.
Oh, Val comes over and puts the gun down on the table.
Hey, careful the candle.
You can have your little candle.
I pick up
to
the
yourself.
candle and I move it down to the end of the table so that way Kane can.
Burn himself.
Raven was
accordingly.
about to do the same thing.
I like to think that they both grab the candle and move it over. Or it's that awkward moment where they both reach for the candle, realize that the other person's reaching for it, and retract their hand and do that a couple times before finally one of them grabs it and just moves it to the end of the table.
You both grab the candle, and then you fall in love.
And I. All right, let's see if I can
Every
actually link
time we
this.
touch,
Oh.
I get this feeling.
So he puts this gun down, and it's intricate. You've never seen a gun quite like this before on this table.
I lay it carefully on the table, and I take a close look at it.
Just don't touch the
And
safety.
I've never seen anything. You said I've never seen anything like this.
No, gun goes off and blows like Mitch in half, and he's like, "Don't worry, I'll sew myself back up."
Well, first of all, it is pointed towards the wall at the moment.
Hey, I would
I
be a little
assume.
miffed about it.
As the guy holding a hand over a candle.
Hey, that's just to get the nerves working again.
Not only have you never seen anything like this before, dude, it also looks like tech you've never seen before.
Yeah, and I think as Destin gently picks it up and is kind of trying to awkwardly hold it because it's very large relative to him. And just trying to get a good look at it. It's fairly apparent that Destin is confused by this and doesn't really know what's going on with it, and that it's new.
I will let you know, Destin, that I did not make this, and I don't know who did. So, unfortunately, I cannot add. I cannot give you any pointers in your craft. I've only
where did you get it?
figured out how to maintain it, and I do so to the utmost in fear that if it should break, it might be lost forever.
If you didn't make it, where did you get it?
I found it.
Where?
If it was forever ago, it was back. It was back when I was still living in my village.
To note, his village, he hasn't really mentioned where it is, so just for players, not characters, his village is in a place known as the Dread Waste, and not many. Most people think there's nothing left out there, no living or anything like that.
When we get a chance, I'd love to go and see if we can find anything else about it, because this is fascinating.
I mean, the mech that you had was quite fascinating itself. Are you certain that?
I was able to make that with with what I've learned from my family.
Well, perhaps someday you could make something even better than this gun.
And
But
I think Destin's just really excited about this because it's like actually genuinely new technology. And at the same time, you can see that there's like a little bit of sadness behind his eyes as he realizes he's not going to be able to take this apart to try to reverse engineer it.
Alex, give me an insight check.
Insight?
Yeah.
Okay. No modifier?
That's just an insight.
It's a 9.
Alright, you don't glean anything from it this time. Remember, I told you every time you interact with tech, I'm going to be doing rolls to see if you glean stuff for future things.
Is that insight or investigation? Trying to figure out how things are working.
Well, you're not taking it apart. That's why it's insight right now. You're just looking at it.
Okay.
So you're insightfully trying to look. If you get the chance to get your hands on it and look, like, get into it, then it would be investigation.
Okay, so in this case, I'm trying to use my knowledge of things that I already know and just give a cursory glance and try to predict how it works based on that.
For once, I did the right roll.
Yeah, I think you could. I think you could call for either one, and there's a justification either way.
Yeah.
So. Yep.
All right, is that everything for you two guys?
if you'd like, I could show you what it's capable of.
What?
Oh boy.
Maybe in the morning.
Fair enough.
When we can go outside.
Jeeves is like,
recognizing that this is a rifle and we are currently indoors. Destin
mean,
realizes that it's probably not a
Jeeves
good idea.
sticks his head in
no,
and
no.
says,
I
"You're more than
was
welcome.
going to suggest going to a shooting range or something.
You're more than
There
welcome
must
to
be
go
some-
out into the courtyard." You hear from Jeeves outside.
The perpetually outside Jeeves.
He's always around because there's reasons for Jeeves to always be around. I can tell you that, character wise. It's not just a trick for me. But he's more than welcome to let you guys go, willing to let you guys go outside if you want to show it off. And I would say if you're going to show off stuff, you might want to do it now, because if you waste spell slots to show off cool shit, you won't have them if you do it in the morning.
Right.
And looks to Raven like,
Did I watch you guys?
Sure. I'm not about to hide.
You guys going to go out and...
I think we're all walking out into the courtyard.
Oh, this is so
Basil,
cool.
you see them leave. Basil, Malcolm, you see them leave. Are you doing anything?
Well, I guess I'm gonna tag along because it's kind of quiet in here now.
Yeehaw, as you come walking out the door. Better go make sure these kids don't blow themselves up.
Anybody got a toothpick?
Anybody got a fucking toothpick?
My God.
Oh,
Alright, so we'll drop.
Those bones are small, and those chinchillas.
Let me know if you guys can see the map.
I can't.
I can see my
Nah.
token.
Yeah, same.
I just, oh yeah,
Ah.
same.
Well, because I'm using a map that's not fully done yet, because I have maps for this entire castle in case I wanted to use it for anything. Like, battle maps and stuff. There we go. So you're out in the courtyard now. You're in the courtyard now. You're in the courtyard. All right. So as you guys step outside into the courtyard, Jeeves is like, please, feel free, but do not destroy anything. It's been a long day, and I don't want to rebuild it.
Is
Shoot
there
that
anything
out
that we
over there.
could riddle with holes? Because kind of hard to show a gun off without destroying nothing.
No, he's like, you can use the wall over there. That's fine enough.
All right. Anyone have some chalk or something to draw me an outline?
I do have a notebook and a pen. That I think Dustin would have had with him, and that I said he was taking notes with. Can I just take Can I just draw like a target?
Yeah,
yeah,
we'll say
target
you do,
works
because
too.
I'm actually trying to figure out how to draw a target, and it won't let me. So we'll just say you drew a target, and we'll put, I'll do this. We'll put this right here.
I'm just gonna step out of the way.
Let's see. I'm trying to find the. Here it is. 50 feet. So Raven's basically gonna walk as far back from the target as he can, within 50 feet. And he's gonna start. Let's see. First, he's gonna give it a quick.
Jeeves is like,
uh,
hang on, my good friend. Let me do something for you. And he moves his hand around and poof, a mirror image of a vulture sitting on a rock out in front of you. Use that to fire upon.
Sounds good to me. He's gonna start with a triple tap. Gonna give off a quick three round burst. Into the torso.
Yeah, fire it once and then we'll RP the other ones. It's like poof, poof, poof. That's 3 bullets rapid fire off this thing, and they all hit the same exact spot.
Then he's
Doing
going
this,
to.
I am studying the weapon intensely.
Okay. You know what? Every time he fires it, you can't look at it, so again, give me another insight.
That's an 18.
Yep, that's a good one. Go ahead and do what you're doing next, dude.
Does it occur to Destin that he knows that spell? That he can emulate that effect with his own magic?
We'll see after you have successfully incited that one. So we'll go back through it after when I decide what I'm going to do with this arc.
Next, Raven's going to is going to take a nice long stare down the sights of the gun.
So
UAV
gonna-
achieved.
since you're using an ability thing, so what you do, Raven, is you kneel down, you put the gun out, and you kind of loosen your grip, and the barrel moves on its own like it's lining up its target. And you
Yep,
just kind of
he's
look
gonna
over,
sl-
like, looking at him like, this is what the gun does. It can literally heat target something. You can RP how it does it if you want, but that's what it's doing. It's almost like heat targeting.
Yeah, no,
Woo-wee.
that makes sense that it would adjust itself, but Raven also needs to like not jostle around, so
Yeah.
he's gonna slow down his breathing, and then in time with his breathing, he's gonna give off a shot. Here I can pull up the HUD.
You could always show off your pyrotechnic nuke if you want.
That we're gonna see. Nah, I think I have something else in mind. Plus, that's not really part of the gun, so let me just close one of these off. This one. So I clicked. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, this will be with advantage.
Oh, because it's
Wait, why is it-
concentrating on something. Don't worry about it. I'll just...
It shouldn't be concentrating on its own existence, I don't think.
I don't know why I did that.
I think you assigned concentration to it instead of to, what's his face? Jeeves.
Yeah, I'll have to fix his ability. Alright, did you fire an
And
attack?
then,
You rolled an attack, right?
yeah, I rolled an attack.
Okay. Odd. Well, we'll fix that. But anyway, continue.
Yeah. And then he's gonna turn to Destin and say, this one might be a bit hard to follow, and he's gonna yes, yep, he's gonna go invisible, and he's gonna
Destin blinks a couple more times, looks around, doesn't see Raven, pulls down his goggles, still can't see anything, puts them back up, and is just like kind of looking around, really confused.
And then Raven's gonna like call out over here. He's gonna show up next to the vulture and fire off a shot into its where its feet would be.
Poof, as it pops back up.
And that would be here it is. Let's see, did that show up? Yep, there it is.
As you blast this thing in the feet again. What the fuck is it? Now, why is there a
No,
strength? Oh, because of the knockdown thing.
Yep. So unfortunately, well, I mean it's a mirror image, so it wouldn't
Yeah,
make sense.
we'll
either
just
way,
say
but
the bird collapses down to its foot as Jeeves is kind of like indicating how it moves with the mirror image. He's like, "Oh yes, I see you've pinned it so it can't move. Good show."
yeah, I was trying to keep it the attention on the gun, but at some point the gun and the man melded to one thing, working together as one unit. So yeah.
So, your gun allows you to turn invisible.
Not the gun. No, that would be along with the gun. I found, and he turns around. Unfortunately, you can't see it, but there is on my player model a device on my back. This is what allowed me to channel my psionic energy into turning invisible.
I'd like to take a look at the device.
All right, go ahead and give me another insight since he's not letting you really look at it.
Well, obviously I'm being respectful and only taking a look, not
Right.
actually taking it apart.
What you notice is that because of what you've done before, it doesn't look like it, but you're like, this looks like a power unit. Like
Is
what
it-
I've built.
And Destin's stuff is like definitely merging magic and technology.
Yeah, it's crude.
So
But this looks like a much more advanced power unit than what you did with your unit.
I think Raven's gonna turn around and like, I was gonna have to figure out some way to do this anyway, but now seems like a good time. And he's gonna unload just you removed the target unfortunately, but he's gonna unload a couple more triple taps into the mirror image. It out of character, intentionally draining my own spell slots. So I end the day with 0.
This poor fucking bird.
Pain kind of shrinks back every time there's a gunshot.
It kind of like jolt.
I mean, the poor tree behind it, I'm more worried about.
Realizes, fuck, trees, this guy is scared of fucking everything.
yeah.
Oof. It's rare I get to do that. Usually, 1 or 2 shots is what all it takes to bring somebody down. Although those scorpions back or snakes back there were hard to hit.
All right, is there, Bazinga, are you contributing anything to this? As like before I kill this and we take our break to use the bathrooms.
I was just gonna say that was one spicy shot.
All
Yeah.
right. So you guys kind of talk for another hour or so about weaponry and stuff into the wee hours of the night, and then retire off into your rooms as we're gonna move on to starting this prison thing, so that not people who are less into the RP are not just sitting here all night. 5-minute break to go use the bathrooms.
I just had this like idea of fucking Kane summoning the rope from by putting his hand to his chest like a freaking anime magical girl.
So
Alright.
this, my understanding is that this weapon has a way to stabilize itself.
Well, no, what you saw from the target acquired is that it has an ability to literally lock on a target.
Wait, do we start breaks yet?
We're gonna go hit bathroom right now, but it gives you the ability to the target acquired lets him lock on a target, kind of like a heat-seeking thing.
Yeah.
And his triple tap allows him to turn a single shot into multiple shots. Like it's like pull and it's like, and it shoots off multiple target shots.
And will those 3 like actually curve to make sure they hit stuff?
Yes, because it's basically magic missile.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right, Stan.
Oh, we get the fun stuff. Let's get us out to the world map. All right, anybody who's here, I'm adding some stuff to your character sheets.
Did I miss anything?
No, I'm just adding because you guys are getting like a little pet care package, some food, and a healing potion, and then we're gonna jump right into you guys traveling down there. No random encounters on this, as he's having you escorted by a couple of carriages and stuff. Kind of worried about time frames, you know.
Hey, real quick.
For him. What's up?
Just as a reminder, High Noon was Kane's place of origin, right?
It could be if you want it to be, but
I remember talking about it like way early.
yeah, I mean, if you want it to be, yeah.
Okay.
Well, then, from a player perspective, just remember you're gonna see some gallows in a minute.
Oh, fun.
But you were hung from a tree, not gallows. But just so you know.
Still, it's not a pleasant idea.
Yep. I'm sorry if things seem a little boring. We got 2 people who are sick, and we're trying to establish some characters early before we jump into the real heavy stuff that we're doing with the other game, where we're fighting a lot. Like I told the guys, it would be a good amount of RP for this session so that they could establish some character traits and stuff. But we might actually get some combat going right here because we're about to, or at least some interesting RP as we're about to have the group discussing with Father Ted how to get into the actual prison and all that. Interesting stuff. Takes time to build. I like to slow burn my shit. Go ahead and kill that. I really like that music. Nick,
Need to sleep.
your thing has been like queued up forever. I'm not sure if you're bugged or muted or something. Man, I had this whole thing put together to talk to you about Buffalo Wild Wings, and then you went AFK. I mean, not Buffalo Wild Wings,
Oh.
chinchillas.
Mm.
Are you alright, dude?
Yeah.
I don't think you are. Rough night?
Mm.
Yeah. Why don't you shoot Nick's character in the face to make you feel better? I still can't believe we released the Merchant of Death for a basketball player.
What?
The Merchant of Death.
Okay.
They say he might be responsible for like 5 million deaths.
Well, he's the guy that the movie Lord of War is based on him.
Oh, jeez.
Like
Yeah.
What about basketball?
What?
You said something about basketball.
No.
They traded the Merchant of Death for a basketball player to get out of Russian prison.
The United States government
Ah.
traded prisoners with Russia.
But the prisoners that were exchanged were the Merchant of Death. Responsible for what could be 5 million murders for a basketball player.
I
And I'm
think there might have been a little bit of like factors why they, besides just like being a basketball player, why they really didn't want her in Russia right now.
It was 100% because they knew they could get like good optics in the media.
I mean, also the fact that they're kind of quickly passing a bunch of laws that would not treat her very well.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm not, dude. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying, like, if you have to
Oh, I
look,
know.
if you have to look at it, you just gave a guy who's going to go right to the Middle East and feed enough weaponry from there to cause millions of deaths over the next year.
Well, the thing is, yeah. Well, that's if I don't think he will. There's already people that have already taken his place.
No, they don't have the connections he has. That's the point.
Oh, I bet usually those kind of people. They fall out and then someone else takes right where they left off.
You might be right, but I expect that like, let's just say there's certain terrorist groups in the Middle East are now going to get like reduced price Black Hawk helicopters that he bought off of the Afghan government after we left them there, and then sold them to
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's gonna get real bad.
I think they were
Yeah.
just sensing the imminent danger as opposed to the, possible potential danger,
Yeah. All right, so who's back?
I'm here.
back.
Yep.
Alex?
Nick, Alex.
I don't know what's up with Nick. I think his shit broke. He's really sick. So, but as long as most people are back, we will move on. Put a 1 in chat if you are back.
Which chat?
1.
DD. All right.
Okay, I'm back. It seems like Discord died on me again.
Yeah, because I feel like that's what happened to your brother, because your brother's been queued up for like 40 minutes.
Head on keyboard.
Also, he's like really not feeling well.
Yeah, what I mean is I think it locked up anyway. Like he's queued up, like he's been
It says
talking,
he's talking. Yeah.
but nothing. Like it's
Yeah,
not
maybe.
blinking, so he's not talking. It probably just froze. All right. So anyway,
Am I? Can you hear me?
yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Give me a moment. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna see. My parents just got home, so Nick might be talking to them. He might be on his computer. I don't know.
That's
Give
fine.
me one moment.
I'll just set
I'll
the
go find
stage while
out.
you're doing this. So, you guys wake up in the morning, you head down out into the courtyard area where you see Jeeves, who has a line of about 3 carts. He tells you guys are in the first cart. These other 2 are escort carts because we don't have time for you to be getting interfered with. The quicker we can get down there and help him, the better. Oh, also, everybody needs to take a long rest. Which I don't think matters because I think you're all at max anyway. But I've showed you how to do it, so feel free to take your long rest if you would.
I was down 5 hit points and all my spell slots.
He walks up to you, each of you, and he hands each of you a small pack. It's got like 3 days worth of rations, some water, and a healing potion in each one. It says, "Good luck, boys. Remember, Father Ted in High Noontown will be your first contact. Once you get
So
out..."
we all took a long rest.
Yes. Once you get out of the prison and you steal his personal boat, just dock on shore north of the island. We'll be waiting there by the train tracks with the carts to pick you up.
How do we do a long rest?
Open up your
Open your
character
On your
sheet.
character sheet, under hit dice,
How do I open up my character sheet?
on the top right,
top-
click on the little person, the actors tab.
Yeah.
Expand
And then
expand the
Oh,
menu,
there it is.
expand it again, and then click your character.
All right, there we go.
And we'll be there waiting for you. And then he
Mhm.
walks off, hops in the other cart with a couple other low-level associates, and the carts start taking off. It's about a 6-hour ride down to the High Noon prison area. So you guys, if you got anything you want to do real quick in these carts as they're riding down there while you're getting prepared. Let's go ahead and see. I got to remember this. This is something I have to remember to do all the time now. Let's go ahead and push the day forward. It is now the 5th of Scorch. 530 after event. I have my own fucking schedule for this shit.
I'm
So
back.
you arrive on the outskirts of High Noon, and Irving jumps out of the car. So he comes over and he says, "You guys are about an hour's ride out to High Noon. We're gonna leave you to walk in, so they don't see us." And they hops back in the carts, and the carts turn around and start driving off. Let's go ahead and load up the actual High Noon town map. Can you all see that map?
That's the town?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me get the tokens on here, because you guys are going to have to decide how you handle all this movement and stuff. Get my High Noon music playing.
Is this High Noon or the prison?
This is just the town. All right.
Someone's
So-
missing.
Who's missing?
Sheriff.
Malcolm. Sorry, Malcolm. All right. So you guys arrive at the town. It's about 6-hour drive. So you are just past the first ferry leaving around 1 p.m. You notice that the gates are open. There's some guards around, but they don't really seem to care. As you guys come walking into the center of town, you see like a good chunk of people, like residents, but they kind of look like walking zombies. They don't really look like... They're like... It looks like they're afraid to look people in the face. There's like hustle and bustle. You see a group of people dragging some prisoners over towards the center of town, where there's gallows, and there's a couple of people already hanging from the gallows. And you see people like taking down people that are hanging from the gallows and throwing them into a casket, and then pulling the next set of people up to the gallows.
And just idly rubs his neck.
They're
When,
still
when you
bothering
say that these
caskets?
people look like walking zombies, do they look like Kane?
No, when I said it would look like walking zombies, it's like they don't really have any hope. Like, they're just going about their business. They don't look. You can see, like, people being hit in the street by someone, and the rest of the people just walk by like they didn't see it. Like, they're, like, beaten dogs.
I'm not gonna lie, this place looks kind of familiar.
I'll now leave it up to you guys. Remember, you are looking for Father Ted and such. So feel free to ask questions about where things are. and what
Father
you need to do.
Ted. Well, he should be in the church. Is any of these buildings marked really? Oh, I see the church. That should be a church anyway.
That's a steeple, I see.
Yeah.
Don't just move over there yet. You got to talk to your group, dude.
Okay.
Can you even go in the church?
Yes.
Will you burn? Will you
Oh
burn
my
alive?
God. Anyway.
Okay.
That's not how it works. Anyway.
But what?
Anyway.
You
So.
have to be invited in. Okay.
Oh my God. No.
We need to look around some.
So we're looking for this Father Ted. Well, look over there, over in the corner of this town. You can see what clearly looks like a place of worship. I'm guessing that's where he resides.
Well, let me ask my twin.
Your twin.
All right, so who's going to the church? Because it looks like Axel's just going.
I gotta get me.
I think Destin's sticking with Raven and Kane. So if either of them starts walking off, he's gonna walk off with them.
I gotta get me some makeup. So
Sounds like Father Ted's are a good place to start. Raven
makeup.
realizes this might not be the place to be openly talking about having people on the inside.
All right.
Now, it looks like there's a fence dividing the town. Is there like a gate through that way I can walk through?
Yeah, dude, I just didn't have access to a better looking cool map. And I thought this
I
was a
think
pretty cool
I think I
map.
see the gate right there. I'm just
Them ladies in the saloons, they should have makeup, right?
You want to head to the tavern, Mitch?
Yeah.
All right. Put you here.
Get
So we'll say
floored
the
by
rest
sudden
of you-
memories.
So we'll say that you guys talk, since I was hoping you would like debate this or something. We'll say you guys talk, and Mitch says he's gonna go looking for some makeup for the plan, and the rest of you are gonna go see Father Ted.
Okay. Let's go see Father Ted.
So as you walk your way through the town, you start to see like less and less people over by the church until you get to the point where there's literally nobody at this church. You kind of walk in. You see, oops, I didn't mean to dismiss that. I wanted to show it, but I don't want to like. There we go. All right. So you walk into the church and you see a old man standing over by the altar, and he's crossing himself and he's mumbling, playing with some rosaries. As he hears the door open, he looks back. He's like, "Mass is not until tomorrow morning, sirs." He goes back to praying.
Real quick, what does he look like?
Looks about 70 years old, balding on the top. I thought I had a token piece, but I'm missing pictures for some reason. Probably because of the moving and stuff around. Balding on the top, wearing like a friar's robe.
Okay. So I'll be the one to walk up to him and be like, "Sir."
Turns around.
What?
Eva!
Anyway, I hate to disturb you, but do you happen to be or know of a Father Ted?
I'm Father Ted. Who might you be, my child?
Well, we were sent here to contact you.
No decorum at all. He goes,
Said you could possibly help us.
Shh! Are you crazy, young man? Do you want me hanged? Come.
he walks over, gets like to like a confessional booth area. You all come over here. And he brings you all over to this like past the confessional booth to this room into a small office. He closes the door behind you and locks it up. Are you Irving's friends?
Yes.
I be Father Ted.
Yes, we've
I be
established
Father
that.
Ted, is he a pirate now?
Yeah.
Arg.
How can I help you?
So, Irvin has a friend who's possibly imprisoned. We're going to get him
Yes,
out, possibly.
Williams. The poor lad. He's been in there 3 days now. Plenty of time to torture.
So, we've come up with a plan amongst our group for the most part. One of them is off collecting supplies to possibly execute this plan, but we were told by Irving that your insight might help solidify this plan just a little more.
I can tell you this. You're gonna need a pass to get into the prison for sure. I myself do not have one. But I do know that just this morning, right after the first ferry left, a group arrived late with a pass and some prisoners that they were planning on selling off. They're at the tavern now getting shit-faced. Oh, sorry, my lord. Did not mean to say shit-faced. Also, all of my research indicates that the magistrate is willing to accept money for passes. He does it on a regular basis.
Is that so? It's good to know. So, our plan, since you've known this area and you know how the system works, could we pass off as 6 bounty hunters dragging one prisoner over to the prison?
I don't see why not. I mean, you all look like, pardon me, dirty sinners.
Shut up, fresh schmuck.
Especially that one there.
Oh my god. Okay.
Well, it's like freaking JD got a drink last night, and now his character's an alcoholic.
He's already like downing the wine over in the corner, the sacred holy
Get away
wine.
from this holy sacrament, you son of a bitch!
Destin is just sitting there looking like kind of sad about the fact that he was just described as looking like a sinner.
Oh my god.
And Father Ted goes, hang on a second. And he goes over to the table and he like roots around and he comes back and he rolls out a little piece of paper. And it's a map of High Noon and he points and he goes, here. So, let me see. How do you fucking ping?
Click and hold.
Okay. So
Yep,
first
there
he
you go.
pings here. The holding cells are up over here and he points to there. He goes, down over this way is the tavern. The magistrate's office is over here. And the local quartermaster hold is down there, where supplies can be had. They have a execution square here, heavily guarded. But most of the guards in this town tend to be drunk all the time. Other than
That's
the guards,
lovely.
other than the guards watching over the magistrate. That's most of what I can give you. Also, the boat, and he points off. The docks are over that way. It's off past the town, like it's on the other side of the town walls. And he rolls the paper up and he hands it to Zahn. For future reference, my child. Now, I can house you here if you need to spend more time. There's quarters to rest, but I would suggest you work quickly, as the man does not have time before they start torturing him.
Indeed.
And he goes and sits down. He's like, these old bones aren't what they used to be.
Okay. Let's go meet up with Kane and see if he's gotten prepared.
Thank you so much, Father Ted, for everything. I just have one thing to say.
Jesus, here we go. And
You know, ever since I've been following you, I've been dreaming of the day that you say, let's go to the strip club and get this dirtbag. I just never imagined it would feel like this.
the group looks around like, what the fuck? I want all of you to make sure you take note that he might be brain damaged.
Yes, he is.
We're gonna jump
Damn,
over.
He
Mitch,
definitely is.
You walk up to the outskirts
was
of this
that
bar.
Malcolm that said that?
Yeah.
Malcolm said that,
Yes.
yes. It's a phrase from Castle.
Malcolm says one-liners from terrible TV shows and movies.
Did you just call Castle terrible?
Is that Castle with Robert Redford?
No, with Nath Fillion.
I'm thinking of something else.
I don't
sorry.
watch network television, dude, because it sucks. So, Mitch, you arrive. Kane, you arrive outside at the bar, and you hear commotion. People like drinking. I can't believe we missed the goddamn ferry. The other one's like, yeah, but at least we get to get shit-faced free before we deliver our prisoner. And the guy's like, our prisoner died yesterday. Yeah, but they'll still take the body for whatever that fucker does inside that place. Are you walking into the bar?
Yeah. Was gonna just pause for a second and just sort of take it all in, kind of floored by sudden sense of familiarity.
As you step into this rather nice-looking bar, you see a couple of men. Take a look at the numbers real quick. You see 4 guys that look relatively weak in their regard, almost like clearly beginners. One guy real grizzled. This guy looks like he knows what he's doing. And then you see another one kind of push back past you and goes outside and walks around the building. And before the door closed, you can hear him start to piss as you enter into this bar.
Jesus. He just sort of looks around. Would there be anyone that he senses as, like, familiar? Not exactly recognized, but, like, sort of subconsciously.
No, there's no one in here that you recognize, except maybe the bartender. You might know him because he's kind of old.
Alright. I'm gonna look around to see if I can find, any of the ladies of the tavern.
There's a couple, but they're occupied with the group you just were informed of.
Gotcha. I'm slightly avoiding actually talking to them, but just trying to overhear what I can.
Okay, give me a
But also
perception
trying
check
not
on
to...
that.
Oh, okay.
And you also know that you notice that like their coats, both the hunter's coats and the hookers and stuff, like this coat's hung up on the wall over by the door too.
So, not trying to make too much of attention to myself since I am purple-ish.
You don't hear what they're talking about. Like you can't catch it. It's just them kind of like rambling and drinking and slapping like the hookers' asses and shit.
Fucking hell. Hmm. I'm just gonna look for a way into a back room.
There is no back room.
There isn't?
There's just a corner where like stuff is supplied. Like I said,
Oh.
there's like a corner where things are hanging up, like coats and shit, for the patrons.
Shit.
But it is too like it's off to the side a little bit. So if you were to go anywhere near it, they'd have a hard time seeing you. Because if you could picture in your head, it's like you walk in and there's like a wall right to the left of the door, and it's got coats and like bags, handbags and stuff all stacked over it. And then when you walk forward, to the left of that is where the table is where they're sitting. So if you were to just kind of walk over to that wall and look around there, the only person that could see you is maybe the bartender.
I'm gonna do that. Is that like maybe investigation?
Yeah, what are you looking for?
Some sort of foundation type of like,
Makeup and such?
concealing
Alright,
makeup. Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead and roll investigation and then tell me what you're looking into.
Where?
Alright, while you're doing that, Nate, you said you were heading over to find him?
Yes, to meet up with Kane. Yes.
Alright, as you walk towards the tavern, you see the guy that went outside to take a piss, kind of lean up against the wall, peeing.
Okay.
Mitch, you find you start going through the coats and all that, and you find makeup on the first like bag. Immediately, you find like a little makeup kit. But while you're doing that, you actually push a little bit on the coat next to it, and something falls out of the coat onto the ground. Because that's a really good fucking roll.
All right, so I'm gonna check it out.
You kneel down to look at what fell out on the ground. You guys always get goddamn lucky with your rolls. And you find... Let's see if I can do this correctly. Can you see that?
I mean, just whoop.
In chat.
Yes.
It doesn't say hidden or anything?
Nope.
You
Would you look
find
at that?
you find like a little passport thing on the ground, and you open it up, and it's like it says trigger happy, 1 day pass, sand prison boot for prisoner exchange.
Would you look at that?
You got fucking lucky on your roll. Fuck you, dude.
Okay.
The DC was 17 on that shit.
Don't set such easy DCs.
That's not an easy DC, dude.
That is not easy. Yeah, God knows.
He
Yeah.
rolled a
It-
fuck, dude. He rolled.
Yeah,
he's got a
he rolled an
19, which means he rolled a fucking 18.
Yeah.
That's a hard DC at this point in the game, dude. He's not even proficient in that shit.
Yeah, it would be easy if it was me rolling, but
Even then, it wouldn't be
anyone
too
else,
easy.
no.
Like if you look at the list, like 14
11 or
is
higher.
easy. Like 14's supposed to be easy at this point in the game. Like, damn. All right, so you picked that up. Are you pocketing it?
Yeah, I'm gonna pocket it.
You notice
gonna
that the bartender kind of looks at you, and just kind of nods his head and goes back to cleaning the bar.
Chuckles and walks out, kind of taking one last look, like, huh, I have seen this place before.
Okay, as you
but
walk
I don't pay too
outside,
much mind.
Nate, you see the guy still pissing up against the wall, and he's like, huh? And he turns and kind of snaps over at you, and like almost pisses on you. What are you doing here? And he goes back to pissing.
Well, okay. Is there anybody else around?
Go ahead and roll a perception check to see if you see anyone. Mind
Okay.
you, that doesn't mean passing it doesn't mean there isn't anybody. It just means the higher you roll, the more likely.
Fuck.
You're not totally sure. You heard a door close, but you're not totally sure.
Yeah.
As this guy goes back to pissing up against the wall and just kind of falls face first against it, almost like he's starting to fall asleep.
Yeah. Okay. What is around me? What's my surroundings?
You're coming out of this gate, and
Okay.
there's a clearing to the south of you, but it's dark out.
Okay.
There's no lookouts because they're all drinking because they're lazy fucks. And then you have the wall with a window up a little further to the
Yep.
bar, so no one can really see you in the shadows. You just don't know if there's anybody around.
Hmm. What about around the building, off to the back of it? Is there anything on the other side?
Well, that's the front. Over here is like the front side with the door.
Oh, that's the front. Okay.
This is the back door right here. This right
So
here
the
is
gate's
back
near the back. Okay. Okay. So, and there's no one at the gate right now, right?
No, no.
Okay. So I walk up to him and be like, "Sir, you okay? Come over this way. You're gonna fall."
He's like, Daddy? He starts following you. Burps, takes a sip of his fucking beer. He's like, "Arr."
Yeah. Oh my god. So yeah, and I was like, "Come over
He's
this
still-
way, just like more
While-
into the shadow, into the darkness."
He's still pissing while he's walking towards you too. He's
Oh my
just
God.
fucking. All right, he steps into the. He steps into the shadows.
Yeah. So then I take one last look around to make sure I don't hear anything.
All right, give me one more perception check.
Okay.
How high does this guy's blood alcohol level need to be for Zahn to get secondhand drunk?
You're not allowed to say that before Nate does it. Nate can't change his plans.
Yeah.
All right, you still don't see a goddamn thing.
Okay.
I don't think he was planning to change his plans anyway.
No.
Are you doing something?
Yeah. So I look one more last time around, and kind of kneel him down and like start and obviously.
You kneel him down and start sucking him off.
My God.
Oh man, he's doing it again, guys.
You're in
God.
the tavern. You don't know. You're in the fucking church. You have no clue what's going on. Nate left you guys behind.
Yeah.
If anyone, just like
We haven't got that far yet, man. All right, so you're draining him.
Yeah.
All right, so you fucking chomp into this guy. He like kind of shits himself when you do it.
God.
As you're doing this, you hear like whistling coming around the corner as Kane walks around. And he's like flipping the fucking like the badge up in the air and catching it. As he comes around the corner, and you see blood red eyes, a leg twitching in the light, and you hear the
What?
I hate that sound so much.
Oh man, that's too funny.
what do you do, Kane? He's like, oh, Zahn, how you doing? Keep walking.
Oh, hey, looks like you found a snack.
Why are you kneeling?
dude, that's messed. Gross.
Anyway. So, I leave him be. I push his body to the ground, kind of push him up against the wall, take his jacket, kind of tuck it up, like kind of up almost over his head, like he's trying to sleep on the side of the wall.
Yep, cleaning a plate. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're all set with whatever the hell that was, look what I found.
So should I actually, before I walk away, should I pat? Can I do a what do you call it? A investigation to pat his pockets, see if I find
Yeah,
anything?
but you also have to try to acknowledge that Kane is talking to you right now and has seen you do this.
Well, I'm gonna acknowledge Kane as I'm doing that.
Okay, go ahead and do an investigation.
Okay. So
This isn't
oh,
exactly.
that's terrible. Anyway,
Nate, you're like, and you go.
nothing.
I think he pissed
Well-
himself. And that's
Well, I
all
am
you
trying to kind of be. I am trying to kind of be quick about it to keep away, so it's fine. Then I look at Kane and be like, "Don't you worry about it. I know you understand. But we won't talk about that right now."
I will repeat my question. How high does the blood alcohol level need to be for Zon to get secondhand drunk?
In a second, hang on. We haven't got that far yet. Let them RP this out, and then there'll be the roll. Continue.
Yeah, whatever. Shit just doesn't phase me at this point. Anyways, look what I found.
All right, Nate, give me a Constitution saving roll.
Constitution saving roll. Okay.
Yeah, because this guy is
Okay.
fucking hammered, dude.
Okay. Okay.
It doesn't have any effect on you, Nate, but you do go, IPA.
Nice. Okay.
All right, so we're gonna jump into. Is anybody in the church on their way out, like leaving?
I was.
All right, so a few minutes have passed as you guys start walking out.
Well, wait, hold on. I have to acknowledge it. Kane just showed me he has a pass.
Yeah, we haven't got. I'm gonna get to that in a second.
Well, I wanted to go. I wanted to tell him, hey, listen, keep that. Put that in your pocket. Don't show anybody.
Well, you're gonna be seeing it at the same time the rest of the group shows up. So is anybody else?
Okay.
Anybody else staying in the church? Like, is Axel beating the monk, the priest for being a dick?
No.
So as you guys all come out looking for Zon, you come out just in time to see like an awkward silence between Mitch and Zon, and Mitch kind of flipping the pass in his hand.
Get out.
What's going on, guys?
I
What happened
just
here?
so happened to find this.
Nice.
Wasn't even
Great.
trying to look for one, but here it is.
That's what we needed.
Plus, I found a full kit to help us. Or, well, help me look the part to help you guys.
Help me, help you.
You're quiet over there, Zon.
Listen here. We got things to do. We can't be making a ruckus around here. We don't want anybody asking questions.
At this point, you hear
Okay.
you hear a door
Saying
open.
this right after draining a guy is obviously very ironic.
It's a level of bullshit that only Nate can provide to these poor people.
Yeah.
Bullshittery. All right.
Yeah,
So-
what he said.
At this point, you hear a door open. Another guy steps out. Hey, Jacob! Jacob, we're gonna get another round of. Who are you? Boss! There's some weird-looking guys out here, and I don't see Jacob. Some other guy comes,
Weird looking.
pushes his way out.
No, he's right.
Along with the rest of them. Hang on a second.
Who are y'all calling weird looking?
You call him. Yeah, exactly.
Let me just
Oh.
take a look real
Jeez, if
quick.
it isn't the clone convention.
Hey, shut up.
Oh,
Thug 1 and Thug 2, that's all.
yeah.
I'm not done. Yeah, okay. It's not just gonna be them. As the rest of that group kind of comes outside with their boss, and it guy looks around, he's like, This doesn't seem right. Where's Jacob? Looking at you guys, asking where Jacob is.
Well,
Who's
technically, we don't know anybody's name, so we wouldn't know. Actually, we'd be like,
Who
No
the
idea.
hell is Jacob?
"Who is Jacob?"
This guy out here had to take a piss like 5 minutes ago.
What are we, his keeper? I ain't seen nothing out here but these guys.
All right, this guy's making a perception check, just so you know. And looks around slightly. Hey, you! You right there! He points over Yuzan. What's that behind you?
Behind me?
Yeah,
It's like
behind
a wall to me.
That looks like a boot. Jacob, that you? Jacob! You got no reaction to this?
Well, I'm just we're like watching these guys. Like, really?
Yeah, this guy he steps forward and starts to like push his way by you.
Okay,
You gonna let him push his way by?
sir. Do you? Is there a problem here?
Yes, there is. Let me see
Okay.
what's behind you.
Okay. There's a wall.
Yeah, there's also a fucking body next to the wall, you jackass.
Hey, that's for him to figure out.
I lost my map. Give me a second. So
That's-
he's like,
Listen,
Jacob! What the hell you do to Jacob?
we don't know what happened to your friend here. We were just trying to pass through, alright?
Seems like he had a little bit too much to drink and couldn't handle his liquor.
Something like that.
Let me tell you something about Jacob, boy. He's always got too much to drink, but he never passes out. Sure, he may
Well-
piss himself from time to time, but he's always awake when he does it. It's kind
Well-
of dignity he has.
Tonight might just be a special occasion. Now, can we get through, please, sir?
If you don't tell me what you did to Jacob, I'm gonna gut you and find out myself. You can roll a persuasion check if you want to attempt to persuade this guy that you didn't do anything to him. But he knows the body's there, so he will check it.
Would I
Okay.
be able to roll persuasion to convince them that he didn't do anything?
You could, yeah, if you RP any kind of convincing story, and then,
Ah.
all right, go ahead and RP what that is.
Listen, we was just out here, walking by. He's over there doing his thing. The fuck are we, gonna do anything to him? We turn around, he's fucking out cold.
Your words seem calm. Let me collect him and I'll be on our way. Nate, are you gonna let him pick up the body?
Yeah, I'll let him pick up the body
So
while
you-
I give him a dead stare.
So he goes over to pick up Jacob. Nate, you did not bother to clean his neck at all where you bled him, did you?
No, I just covered it.
Okay. I'm going to roll a private roll. What's his investigation?
Fucking cane mouthing it's on. Oh, fuck you.
He's going, if he rolls high enough, he will see the blood.
Okay.
That is a crit. He picks up the body, and the head kind of, in like slow-mo, like a movie, the head rolls back. He's like, dun dun dun, and he just sees that you basically ripped half the jugular out of his neck.
Yeah.
And he hops
And
back.
then I run up. And I run up and grab his head and go, I'm okay. My name is Jacob. What are you talking about?
Oh my god.
He jumps
I'm
back.
going to conga line.
You son of a bitch! You killed Jacob and then you defile his body? Get him, boys!
Oh.
I've never met these people in my life.
Initiative is being rolled, bitches.
Okay.
That crit 20 is what happened there.
God fucking damn it.
Don't think I'll ever roll good on initiative.
It's the last time I would do shit for you.
Just remember, there's got to be consequences to Nate base raping people. JD, roll your initiative, dude. It's in the combat tracker. Thank you. Begin combat. First person's turn. Hunter veteran, jumping back and dropping the body of Jacob, and seeing, I'm gonna jump him back one spot, and seeing you, Malcolm, run up and grab the head of his friend or business associate. He's gonna go, "How dare you! How dare you mess with Jacob's dead body? What did you do to Jacob?" And he's going to immediately fire off 2 blasts from his revolver at you. Excuse me, why did that not? I'm going to be real annoyed if I'm having problems with this stupid thing. Because that was supposed to register that it fucking hit you. I'm going to roll. That's a 19, so I'm going to roll until it hits. Because it didn't pop up correctly, so I'm just warning you. Because it hit on
Apparently
that last
can't see
one.
your rolls.
That's probably why.
Counter argument.
All right, there he goes. If you wish to use counter argument as he fires at you.
Sure.
All right, so he's going to roll again. And take the...
Okay.
All right, he's going to roll again and take the lowest of the 2 rolls. He still hits you with the highest roll. All right?
All right.
Cancel that next counter argument so you don't
Yep.
use it again. There you go. All right, and here comes the damage of that shot. And then he's going to fire off a second shot with his heavy revolver as he's like jumping back, firing 2 shots at you. Misses on the second one. All right. Let me go ahead. And...
Ouch, that hurt.
It really didn't.
I think you scratched me.
Y'all son of a bitch, you scratch me. Jarek, you step out of the church to see utter stupidity happening. Utter stupidity. I feel like Nick is still frozen in time.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. It's working now. All right.
Struggling to follow along, honestly.
Well, I can take your turn for you if you want. I just wanted you to be here for the RP anyway, dude. So you know what's going on story-wise.
I'm gonna move here. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Am I in the way?
No, you're fine. Like that whole fence is just flavor
I'm
for
gonna
the
shoot
map.
this guy, I guess.
All right.
This is an enemy, right? I
Yep,
just wanna
yep.
make sure.
You don't have any, but
I am out of it.
that's
today.
fine, dude.
So I'll shoot this guy.
Alright.
And use pack tactics.
All right, so you'll have advantage because of pack tactics.
Yeah. And I'm gonna use my death's call thing. I just accidentally.
That's your gun.
Am I? Okay, I am. Okay.
Yeah, you just got to make sure you are green tonight, right?
Huh?
No, you're not targeting him. You got to target him real quick.
I am. I haven't targeted on my screen.
Oh, okay, you are
Hunter
green.
vet,
My bad.
yeah.
You're green. There's 2 green dots. That's why.
Of course.
You miss on both sides.
Do I have a second shot or no?
No, not yet. Still low
Not yet.
level. So I take it that's your turn.
So yeah, that's.
All right, JD. Again, you see fuckery going on, and you know someone caused it.
Yeah.
Someone calls the fuckery.
We'll
Oh,
say
that's not
you
what I
go through
wanted
the
to do.
gate, and you have the movement to get to like here,
Oh, okay.
because this whole fence right here is basically the gate. This is not
Oh.
technically a battle map. I'm just using it because this was a random encounter that wasn't meant to happen. like
So who's the main baddie? I can't tell.
the vet is the one right here with the cool art. The other guys are just idiots. Do you see how they look doubles? The one that has his own art is the bad guy, the main guy. Like, I didn't expect Nate to bleed this dude and do all this shit, so this is kind of like a thrown together battle. Whiff.
Okay. And I think that'll be my turn, right?
Yeah, I don't think you have much other stuff.
Yeah.
What?
What?
My bad, that was me accidentally hitting the wrong button. The rookie's like, Sir! Sir, I'm not ready for this sort of shit! This is not my thing, sir! He's,
Poor guy.
Stands up, has a heart attack, and dies.
he's gonna panic stab with his scimitar.
Oh no, it's gonna go bad. It's gonna go really bad. Like this-
He
Is
just kind of
stabbing with a scimitar usually effective?
he whiffs on that one, and he has no other actions. And it kind of just shakes and drops the sword. Raven.
God damn it! This is why we figure out the issues within the group before we head out on the mission.
I almost had it.
No, you're fine. I'm talking about the guy that dragged us into this mess.
Again.
Presumably, I don't know, but I have my suspicions on who might have caused this.
Well, the wall he put him up against is like the grate, so you could see the body laying up against the fence.
Go, he's okay. He said, "Let's go, man. Everything's fine." Hi, Jacob. How you doing?
What are you doing, Raven?
Oh my.
I'm not gonna bother doing too much yet. I don't want to draw too much attention, so I'm not gonna be dropping any kind of fire.
Yeah, gunshots happen
so-
all the time here. Explosions, not so much.
Yeah, so with
Smart player.
along that logic, I'm gonna just shoot him for now. See how that goes. So, bam.
That
Oh,
hits.
there we go.
I thought I had animations for everybody's stuff, but whatever. New computer comes in, everything's gonna get set up. So we're not worried about that.
And then, I think I'm a decently safe distance away, so I'm just gonna hang tight.
Yep.
And that's my turn.
Let's see. Cult fanatic number 1. Also known as Hunter. God damn it, you killed Jacob, you son of a bitch! He's gonna move this way, prompting an opportunity strike, but to get around, because he knows he's under the sense that you're standing by the body, which means you're the one that fucking did it. All right, JD, go ahead and roll me an attack roll, and then I'll apply it to this character since you're getting an opportunity strike. You can just roll me a d20 if you want, and then I can add your mod to it. Doesn't matter. Yeah, that works. Alright. That is going to hit. It's gonna end. What the fuck? Oops. It's gonna end up on the wrong character, so I'll just plus it back up and put it on the right one.
Oh, my bad.
That's fine. Because I can just do. I can just go plus 9 and then do that, and then minus it over here. So this guy having absolutely no idea how to be strategic, but is pissed off that you killed Jacob. He's gonna move around this way, and he's going to cast Inflict Wounds at level 2 on Zahn. Oh, he has to be 15 feet away. You lucky prick.
He has to be within 5 feet.
Within 15 feet of it. Yeah, within
Yeah.
5 feet to inflict wounds. My bad.
Yeah, it's a range of touch.
Alright, so he's just going to Sacred Flame you then. But we'll call it Drunkard's Flame. Drunkard's Flame! Give me a saving throw. The ball's already over there for you. As in, it's in the chat. You can click on the thing and it will do the saving throw for you.
Oh, okay. I'm clicking on it. That's not doing anything.
Are you clicking on the little ball? Under dexterity saving throws.
Yeah.
There you go.
I clicked like 7 times.
You completely dodge the attack. The sacred flame burns up next to you, and it just kind of burns on your coat for a second and then fizzles out. This guy's like, "It's a demon! A demon killed Jacob!"
Nothing like fighting some drunkards, I guess. Damn.
Alright, Destin's gonna move forward and position himself here between his friend, Kane, and the cult fanatic. I think he's going to himself. He's just going to take a. He's actually just going to take a dodge action. Basically trying not to get hit, but just putting some distance between himself and his allies, and bonus action casting Sanctuary on Kane.
Okay, so let me apply dodge to you. There you go. Dodge is on you, and you put Sanctuary on Kane. I'm not sure if Sanctuary works exactly the way it's supposed to, like from a mechanics perspective, so let me just take a look at what Sanctuary does.
So,
Wisdom saving throw. All right, so just remind me of that.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
If anyone targets him with an attack or harmful spell, and on a failed save, they must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell.
Yep.
And the spell ends if the warded creature makes an attack or casts a spell that affects an enemy creature.
Okay. Kane, you are up. I like that you picked a... That's a far more strategic thing than Kibben would do. Almost like Destin thought about it.
Well, yeah, Destin is actually the one with the brain.
Yeah. Right.
Or the brain that functions strategically.
Kane,
Kibben has a brain, but it's more chaotic.
Quick question.
Yep.
Does talking count as an action?
No, it's a bonus action in my game.
Alright.
And if it's not too strategic, if it's like just banter, then it's nothing at all.
Alright. So, I'm going to attempt to de-escalate the situation by going, alright, come on, we don't have to keep fighting like this. I mean, things like this happen. We all have a time to go. Come on.
Alright, I'm gonna let you roll. This is how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna lay down a line for this hunter of charisma that your persuasion has to beat. Alright, so you're gonna roll, and if you beat that, he's going to at least be willing to listen to you, and you're rolling a persuasion.
So, persuasion?
Yep.
Ooh.
You see him kind of lower his sword from it. Now, boy, I'm not an unreasonable fella. If your friend over there can give me a reason why he would do that to Jacob, I might be willing to let this slide.
I could give you a good reason why.
I want the man who did it to tell me why he would do it. Because
Alright,
I
then
know the
tell
kind
me.
of people I associate with, boy. Jacob's done some stupid stuff. He might have been at fault here. I just want the man to tell me.
Tell him, Zon.
Listen. Your friend had a little too much to drink.
Understand. He just
He
got
kind of got in my way.
By in your way, what do you mean?
Shit, I do for you and you just give me nothing.
Listen, he came across me.
I was thirsty.
My God.
You
Okay,
goddamn
y'all.
sim.
Well, keep going, Nate. What do you do?
Well, there's some things in this world you might not know exist.
That's oddly
And
heroic.
unfortunately, he crossed paths with one of those things. And unfortunately for him, it didn't go so well.
All right, give me a persuasion check at
God.
disadvantage because all you're basically doing is talking
Bullshit.
shit to this guy.
Yeah.
Pleading guilty.
If
Yeah,
you beat-
yeah,
Sounds
yeah.
like somebody needs to come out of the closet.
If you beat the
He's going
14
out.
again, you might be all right. So go ahead and see if you can beat that 14.
Did this guy actually get killed?
Oh,
Yes,
fucking
at
hell.
disadvantage, this guy goes, that ain't good enough for me, boy. That just ain't good enough. And as a reaction to this situation, he's going to fire a single shot at Zahn as a reaction with his revolver.
Now, it's still my turn, right?
Yes,
I can
he's
still
just
do
this is
something?
just a
Okay.
reaction to him
All right.
rolling a fucking 3.
Ooh.
Like he rolled real bad, which is why this guy's firing a shot in his fucking skull for it. Nate, what did I tell
Yeah.
you last time?
Yeah, I know. I
No,
didn't
you
mean to
don't,
click
because
on-
you did it. Windwall.
I didn't mean to click. I meant to click it away, and then I
Okay, okay. Windwall does not work for you. It only
No,
works...
I know. I was trying to click it off the screen.
So I'm going to delete your
Yeah.
7 health because it also didn't register the damage.
Alright.
I can't wait to rework all this shit over the time while I get my new computer. All right, so go ahead and do your turn now.
All right. So seeing that my very efforted attack
Just like to point out, you're not. I'm with you, Mitch, because I gave Nate 3 times. I pointed out that this man pissed on him, and if Nate could have just said he pissed on me, and that might have been enough.
that, or I was thinking just arguing for necessity, and that
Oh.
nothing personal against this guy.
Fucking Nate.
But-
Nate got no fucks to give.
Well, no, I'm not gonna lie to the guy.
Seeing
He
that
pissed
didn't
on you,
work-
dude.
No, but you didn't have to choose the most cryptic route of
I mean,
saying
my guy is pretty cryptic, though. That's
I
the thing.
fucking love it. It's
Uh,
great. Go, take your turn.
It's
Take your turn,
So-
Mitchie.
Ah, crap. All right. I
Dare
just-
to look at me.
I just realized I used a bonus action, and the other thing I had was a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So seeing that didn't work, I'm just gonna say fuck it and pull out my rope. Just
Also
fucking
known
swing
as
it.
Sins of the Father. As this magic
R.I.P.
rope,
Sanctuary.
as this magic rope whips out in your hand, with like you hear like a scream, like a muffled, like, as it whips out into your hand, and you crack this thing that kills your sanctuary. But you did 9 damage to the guy anyway.
Yeah.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn for now. I had something cool planned.
Cult fanatic
Okay.
who thinks he's a badass but is incredibly drunk is gonna try climbing up over the roof to get to you, to fire down at you. He's gonna roll athletics at disadvantage. I think it's athletics. No, acrobatics as he tries to climb up here, but at disadvantage.
You could rule it either way.
He scrambles up barely up to the top, and then he's going to kneel down and grab you on the shoulder behind you. Does it, Malcolm? And he's going to cast at level 2, inflict wounds. That hits. As he grabs you on the shoulder and jolts your arms.
Okay. Well. Shit. Okay.
Why is it not applying damage? Your max health. Oh, no, it didn't apply damage. Hang on a second. Things that will be worked out as we can. There you go. Is it? Ah! As you jolt your arm. Zahn, you're up.
Okay. So, Mr. Occultist over here, fairly close to me. So, just use like that friggin' help if I clicked on the targeting thing. There we go. And did that? Oh, there it goes. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know how like low level nothing fights turn into such difficulty, but you people roll so shit.
Yeah, that was a terrible roll.
I'll have to figure out why it's not doing the damage against your characters another time. I'll figure it out though. I'll just keep track. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn because I don't really have any other bony action I can really do that'll be useful. So
Bony
yeah,
actions.
yeah.
This
Bony
rookie.
action.
I didn't sign up for this shit. Just starts running off.
Bye.
Just runs away, screaming.
Wow.
This guy, dude, this guy wasn't meant to, Malcolm, you're up. This guy's not meant to do anything. Like, this shit's just coming out of nowhere.
What should my gun be set at? Flat, curse plus one?
You
or
have,
curse
yeah, you haven't
minus
done anything today, so you're at +1.
+1. All right. Ouch, man. Why am I getting hit? This is ridiculous. So, I'm gonna shoot you with my beauty here, Peacemaker. Boom. Oh wait. Yeah. Boom.
Hit.
Yeah, I hope that hurt just as much as it hurt me.
Weird things are abound with this fucking game right now.
That's all I got, right?
Yeah, it didn't
Yeah,
play your
sure.
animation at all. I'm gonna have to do a complete overhaul of this game once I
Yeah,
get my new computer anyway.
It's weird. It's not even giving me a thing to hit end.
Oh no, that should be in your. Are you using your Argon combat meter?
Argon combat meter.
Yeah, the combat bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. All right, I'll end it though.
Oh, there it is. I closed it and opened it.
I'll end it though. There you go. All right. Hunter vet. God damn it, Joel! Why do we hire that stupid kid? He runs away every time. I'm sick and tired of this shit. He's gonna fire off 2 shots at Zahn because Zahn's the one fucking killed his friend.
Jeez.
Hit. No, you fucking do the damage this time like you're fucking supposed to. Okay, I don't know why I did the damage for him, but not for, like, whatever. Whatever!
Probably because Zahn has the wind wall pop up or whatever.
Yeah, but when I tried to use a Cult Fanatic, I had to type in the damage itself because it didn't work. That's what I mean. Like, something weird's going on damage-wise. It's probably just a setting. Alright, and he whiffs on his second one. Jarek.
Alright, second time's a charm.
You hit him this time.
Alright, how do I do the special thing?
You're gonna go ahead and roll it?
Yeah.
Alright. First, roll a d4 for me. Of course. The one time he does it. -4 health? Okay, let me link this into the chat, and then it should automatically... Do you
Can I
have
roll
the...
damage or no?
No, do you have the blood infusion thing? Under Death's Call?
No.
In chat, it says Death's Call, and then it has...
Oh yeah, I
yeah.
do.
Click on the blood infusion thing.
And then cursed gun.
Yep.
And then roll.
Yep. You shoot temporarily weaken until the end. Loses all resistance damage type. Okay, so he doesn't have any resistances right now, so we'll say that it just adds an extra 2 damage to your attack roll. But normally you would just resist all damage. Now go ahead and roll the your damage. All right, so that's 5, and then we'll also do a -2 more.
Okay.
Normally, if that thing had any resistances, he would lose them all for this turn. Which means your team could blow him the fuck up. JD, you are up. So Axel is up. We'll just finish this guy off and we'll pretty much be done with the session. Hit. I like how his animations are working perfectly fine. Damn!
Nice.
That's heavy damage. You crack this dude upside the head.
Okay, what else can I do?
Let's see what bonus actions you have. You can cast Healing Word as a bonus action. If you want to throw someone a heal.
Sure.
Malcolm is severely injured. No one else on the team, I believe, is really...
I'm not sure how to.
Alright, what you would
So
do...
bonus out? Okay.
Yeah. It's under your bonus action bar. Like, so if you bring up the combat meter and you look for the purple one on the bottom that says bonus action, you'll see Healing Word under it. And it's going to have you target, and you target whoever. There you go.
Oh, thank you.
Why don't you give him
You're
a one-liner
welcome.
for it?
And that's my turn?
Yep. All right. Other rookie. Boss! Boss, this ain't worth it! Our capture's dead. He's only worth 20 gold. This shit ain't worth it, man. We already lost 1 and the retard ran off again. Then he turns and he looks at you guys. Please, can you stop murdering us?
I've been trying.
He's gonna turn and look at his boss.
God.
And he's gonna ask his boss one last time. He's rolling a persuasion check again at the 14 that was already rolled before, as he's attempting to persuade his boss to
get the
stop fighting.
It's what essentially is a 1v5.
Yeah, his boss is like, no, they killed Jacob, man. You goddamn coward.
Everything's okay right here.
The rookie's like, screw you. I'm gonna go home. I'm going back to my mama, and he runs off. Raven, you're up.
Oh man, that's terrible.
Well, this isn't meant to be a real fight, dude, so I'm having some fun with it.
No, just the sport.
Raven's. I'm torn because I wanted to do one thing in character, and now this opportunity showed up. But now I'm gonna stick with my earlier plan. Raven's gonna be like, hearing Zahn just completely, blow his chance to de-escalate the situation. He's gonna be like, Zahn, you impulsive liability. And then he's gonna try and work off some of that anger by instead redirecting it at the boss that is refusing to back down as well. And I'm gonna stick him with a mind sliver. Normal roll.
Normal. Ah! Get out of my head! You killed Jacob! You get out of my head, damn it! Scat!
Scat. Oh my god.
Is that your turn?
I'm sorry, but we need. John might be of use if he can keep things under control. Did I say John? I meant Zon.
Yeah.
Yeah, screw it. I said John in all of my frustration. I don't really have much else I could do. I don't have bonus actions. I don't want to spend stuff on this encounter, so I'm gonna end my turn there again.
Cult fanatic. Gonna step this way, but staying in your range. As they're all very fixated on Zon. So they're basically trying to work their way to Zon.
Good.
But then the cult fanatic is gonna stop. He's gonna think. I'm gonna roll a wisdom check. Well, I'm gonna keep that 14 as the line. He beats the 14 of the boss, and he's gonna turn and go, I don't want to die here today. He's gonna cast Hold Person on the boss in an attempt to stop his fucking panic flailing. Wisdom saving throw. Let's see what the DC is. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be 4. As and the boss gets restrained by this. Hold.
Hold person is actually kind of broken.
As he holds him, he goes, all right. If you'll let us live, I will hold him. Leave now. He's drunk. He won't fight to the death. What are you guys doing?
Call off the one on the roof and we've got a deal.
Yeah.
Sam! Yeah, what you want? Get off the roof! They're gonna kill us all! Because of this drunk asshole. I don't even know why he likes Jacob that much. The son of a bitch was sleeping with his wife.
Damn. What an asshole. Wow.
And he just got married.
These dudes jump off
apparently,
the
yeah.
roof. They're gonna kind of like drag their boss back. We're sorry for the inconvenience. As they drag him off. Ending combat. Ending a goof around fun combat.
Oh, man. I wanted to do one last thing, but oh well.
I didn't want to take it seriously because a lot of people are ill tonight and I didn't want them to have to real think too hard.
Yeah.
Alright. So as they get dragged away, Mitchell, remember you were talking about you had found yourself a badge?
Yep.
Feel free to pick up with whatever you're doing.
So, now that we're done with whatever the fuck that was, look what I found. And he just shows it.
Nobody is going to be like, literally, none of you are going to be like, Zod, you stupid son of a bitch!
Well, I haven't had a chance to yet.
Destin hasn't gathered himself yet to take a
I was
look.
getting to that, but
You're welcome to do it while I find the actual
Okay,
badge.
I'll take my
Listen.
turn. I'm gonna pull out, or not pull out, but point my hammer directly at Zom and tell him, I don't trust you, you're a liability. If you do that again, I will kill you myself.
yeah,
Destin's
Zon.
gonna walk
Earlier
over
you
here.
said that you were not going to give us any reason to trust you. Well, let me tell you, when you don't tell people things, they tend to assume the worst. And right now, you've given us every reason to assume that you're going to be a liability. What's to
Can I
stop you
throw a
from
punch at
pulling
him?
the same stunt when we're at the prison?
Alright, hold up. Alright, so first we're gonna start with JD. Nate, I need you to roll a we'll say what do you roll for fear usually?
I mean, usually it's like a wisdom save.
Alright.
Yeah, usually.
Nate,
Yeah.
we're gonna do a wisdom saving throw.
But
Just
that's usually because it's against magic as well.
yes. But we're gonna do the wisdom saving throw to determine whether or not his words have an impact on you enough to make you understand that he's actually mad at you.
Alright.
That's all, and then you can RP how it goes with that. So do that first. Alright, yeah. His words ring right in your head like, dude, he's not fucking around, man.
Okay. So, okay, obviously I've taken, because obviously, what's his face? Ugh.
I don't know
Also,
what the
Raven also was going on, right? About
yeah, but that's
Yeah.
next. I just wanted you to one at a time. So now, what Raven say?
I said, I mean, you've told us nothing about yourself, and you've given us every reason to assume the worst. What? Why should we? How can we trust you not to pull the same thing when we're in the prison?
Okay, so you are impacted by Axel's anger, and impacted by the overall like calm but straightforward bluntness of Raven, and you can RP how you handle that.
Okay. So I grab, yeah. So I grab my pick myself up from this fight. Anyway, like there's a lot of things about me you don't know. You'll know in good time, but not at this
the
moment.
good time is now.
Destin absolutely throws a punch.
Okay,
at him
okay.
after he
Now,
says that.
now at this point, you, like this little midget kind of thing, like walks up in between everybody, and
Midget.
well, he's small.
This
Oh,
he's,
okay.
he's in the armor.
Oh, okay. So you kind of push through people, and as you turn, so you turn and you see Axel yell at you, and then you turn behind to look and you see Raven talk, and then you hear the robot as you look forward and you see Destin jumping up to fucking smoke you. Go ahead and roll an attack roll.
Should I just do Okay, so it's a strength. It's an improvised attack, so it's strength plus proficiency, I believe. Plus
It is you can use one of your, like your thunder gauntlets though.
I don't have that equipped. I have
Oh,
the
okay.
other form.
All right, so
It's just like an
yeah,
unarmed
it's strength
attack,
strength
basically.
plus proficiency. Yeah.
Ooh, that's
Nate,
a dirty 20.
What's your armor?
What is my armor? Hold on, let me bring my character sheet back up. My 16.
All right, so you start going off on that spiel about how you'll know in good time, and you look at Axel and you go, there are things you don't know about me, and you look over at Val, you'll know in good time, and as you turn your head, go ahead and roll damage as you crack
that's-
him right in the fucking jaw.
What is damage like?
It would be
I think for
1d4
I think
plus
for an
strength.
unarmed strike.
Yeah.
All right, so 1d4 plus
Because
strength.
you're a mech, dude, so it's gonna be more than that. So
All
it's
right.
5.
Ooh.
As you take 5 damage, as this thing fucking cracks you, dude, upside the goddamn head.
Hey, so you're saying that I don't know about you. Here's what I know. You're not taking any accountability. You're doing some real shady shit
You just killed someone.
for no reason, no good reason that I can tell.
Is that what that
Again.
whole mess was all
And
about?
did
Why
enough
should
to
we
de-escalate
have you-
the situation.
Why should we have you in our party?
All right, now Nate, from a DM perspective, you don't have to give a lot away, just enough so that they have some sort of trust to you.
That's
As a-
all. That's all
as,
we've been
as a
trying to
player,
get.
you can mix it and mess with it. You can even roll deception if you have to. That's fine. I'm just saying a little bit so that there's not an impasse.
An impasse. Yeah. Okay.
It's basically we're at the point where if you didn't give us anything, realistically, the party would leave you behind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're
Then better.
draining children and shit.
Like, I'm not a man of the cloth, but like that's a little too far for me.
I think we leave it. Destin left, and
So we'll let Nate finish this, and then we'll end for tonight because I know people.
Oh,
have to
okay,
go,
so I'm gonna play this off a little differently though.
Of course you are.
Okay. So Zahn, after he gets hit, right?
He pissed on me.
Well, no, because this is gonna trigger his anger a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And when he gets angry, he accidentally uses magic, which he doesn't like to do.
Okay.
So after who is it? Not Raven. Dustin. Yeah,
Destin.
Destin. Yeah. You see, what do you call it? You see Zahn. His sword kind of comes out a little bit, and there's lightning kind of coming from his wrist and shooting down through his sword, and he pulls his sword back away from Destin because it's reaching for it to go to Destin, and he pulls it back and sticks it in the ground, and he's like, "You have no idea how hard it is to keep control of this. There's things I have to do to keep control of this. If I don't, a lot more people could die."
As the
I don't
lightning
wanna-
But it
strikes,
doesn't mean you need to make the situation worse after the fact.
as the lightning strikes into the ground, it kind of dissipates out.
Yeah.
And like you see like lightning in his eyes, and then it fades away, and he kind of breathes heavy, and he's like, and kind of recenters himself.
Yeah. And there's things that I can sense. Do people that aren't that great of people, you can kind of tell who they are if you walk by them. And
Also, he pissed off.
Jacob wasn't the greatest of people, and it was either him or possibly Lash Out. So
Well, dang, that must be an ability that we all have, because I think all of us can see that you're not all that great.
so
Listen, you do whatever you need to sustain yourself, but I'm not sticking my neck out to defend you anymore. Don't cause us problems.
Yeah, I'm hunting outlaws. I ain't harboring one.
Dude, that's
Almost
actually a
ruined
good
the
way to
whole
kill to
plan.
keep it. That's a good way to keep it from being an impasse, because basically what's being said is control yourself and keep from dragging us in trouble.
yeah.
And that's a good way to keep it from breaking the group or anything until Nate wants to basically fully reveal what his character is and how it happens.
If
Yeah.
I may.
Yep.
We're already here. We're already got a plan going. There's no use in throwing a wrench in it right now. So if y'all want to go separate ways or whatever, why don't we wait until we're done with this first?
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Well, I guess we can end it on that. If you guys are cool with that, we can end it on that. If anybody was watching, I'd like to
I'm cool with ending it there. Only thing I want to mention is that some of you may have noticed that Destin did not actually raise arms against anyone except for Zahn in that moment. Like, I actually did not make any attacks on anyone.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, no, that's
Alright.
definitely.
That was
noticed
excellent.
there.
That was a very good session for people being sick. For those of you watching, we're going to be off until January. I think January 7th, as
Yeah,
Christmas is
something like
coming.
that. Yeah.
I'm going to end the stream, and I just want